Welcome to this session of Outcast and Outclassed.
Emotional damage.
Listen, we did the preamble, so I just got to amble now, right?
Yeah, you just okay.
Yes.
So
we didn't even. It's funny we didn't even talk about it, and we were still all sad.
Yeah, no, that was
sad.
It's cool. It's fine. You know, to everybody that's joining us now, from the VOD listener and the podcast listeners, yeah. Hey.
Hey,
We use all our energy in the pre-show, everyone.
It's
We
such
have
a sad session.
Yeah, that we are
really
just so serious today
Content
and
warning,
so
sadness.
so sad.
Super serial.
What's that Scott Pilgrim like song? So sad. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
First, let's get through some of our announcements so we can get the show on the road because we're already delayed. We got some actual sad news, which is that you may have noticed that we don't have an additional face on screen with us tonight. And that is, I know we've promised a guest, and I'm so very, very sorry, but unfortunately they are unable to join us today due to personal reasons, and that's totally fine. And we are so very understanding and so very supportive of that. So it's not going to happen this time. That's totally okay. We'll just reschedule it. We'll figure it out. So stay tuned. We will figure out a way to get it later, but that's something to look forward to. Okay, additionally, mayhaps you have noticed or heard amongst the interwebs rumors of a club, an exclusive club. Don't give me these looks.
How are you
funny.
doing? How are you?
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Man, you know what? Funny people definitely remind people that they're funny by saying that they're funny.
So there's a club.
Did you
There's
break
a
yourself?
really cool club. It's called the Breakfast Club. What's the Breakfast Club, you might ask? It's a way that you can support Waffles Maple Syrup, this really cool place, on club.wafflesmaplesyrup.com. Waffles, what kind of stuff is on there? I'm sorry I'm putting you on the spot, but it seems like half of Waffles Maple Syrup is a little busy right now. Maple can't be found.
Yeah. I'm gonna need you to talk about it though, because I don't. Yeah,
I'll
you good?
talk, I promise.
I was gonna say I'm wearing stuff from it, you guys.
Okay, y'all, there's some really cool merch that we've just released, like WMS t-shirts, what you're seeing right here, as well as new, currently exclusive, limited time merch, Rivals merch. You see it being worn on one Duval, one, you're not quite showing it, nope, yep, we got this. Yeah, they have cool sleeves, have Arc 2 down one arm, Hideaki down the other for the hoodies, but the art that I drew, I did that, I made that, is on a lot of different things, like mugs I think we just saw as well, and all that jazz. So that is very limited time, y'all, meaning that it's not going to be available forever. So if you want to, you have until March 8th or 7th, I think, to do so. So go check it out. After which, we are not going to be, it's not going to be open to everybody. It is going to be available only as exclusive Breakfast Club merch. So if you are a Breakfast Club member, know that that will be available to you as one of our many perks. So on this really cool club.wafflesmaplesyrup.com website, we have both the new merch and new membership, meaning we've moved away from Ko-fi and we moved away from Patreon, and we thank them for everything that they've done for us thus far, but now we have a home that we can put everything together, and it allows us to do a lot more really cool things with it. So if you are interested in supporting us, we could really use the help. I'll be honest. I'll be very honest. We really, really could. We want to do more and greater things, but times are tough right now, and I know that's true for everybody. And what we unfortunately need is to, at minimum, be even with our expenditures. And we have not just this beautiful cast that deserves to be paid, but also people behind the scenes that help us make our content, like our video creator, Kitty Crafto, who's wonderful, as well as, and this is a bit of an announcement, a new lore keeper.
I've heard.
Freckle Sketches. So thank you, Freckle Sketches, as well.
Yeah.
But that's going to make my life a lot easier as well. But
She's
we
really
need to be
good
able to
at it,
pay
too.
these folk because I'm not here asking for free labor ever. This is a passion project of all of ours. We put our heart and soul into the show and into Waffles Maple Syrup, but it needs money to function. So please, if you like what we do, you can give us just like $5 a month or even just one time if you wish on club.wafflesmaplesyrup.com. You get some really cool perks. You can check out, you get discounts to merch, all sorts of stuff. And if you do want to join the club, now, again until March 8th, you can do so, and if you use code LAUNCH, you get, I think, 10%
Pretty sure it's 10%.
off of your first month. So now is one of the best times to come do it. So do it, please.
I
us
suggest joining it. We moved it down, so I suggest joining at the $10 tier, and then you can get our RSS feed, our preambles, and
If you miss us
edit them down
live.
to really, really funny 3 minutes.
Oh my
If you miss
goodness, it's-
our live only anecdotes, our pre-show ridiculousness, we've actually I rearranged the tiers like Waffle said, and it is now available at the $10 tier. So we're hilarious. We're a mess.
really funny.
And
Bless
you
this
can
mess.
enjoy little tidbits of that if you join us. So one of the many things to look forward to. Go check it out. Thank you. And again, thank you, Freckle Sketches, for being willing to jump on the team and help us out because it's super helpful to me, which you'll see in just a little bit when we do the recap. Okay, I think that was all my announcements. Yes?
Yeah.
Like you ask us, like we
Aw.
have the list in front of us.
Just, it's
You
fine.
forgot to announce
Yeah.
the level up. All right. I'm
Yeah. Right?
Nice.
Right?
Nice.
Right?
Nope.
It's level 8. It's level 8 now.
Oh wait, hold on. Wait, let me add a tally
Is
mark.
that so we
Carry the
can-
1, you know.
Carry the one.
level 8,
oh,
but the CR
got
is
it.
now 15. Good luck.
Oh, yeah, right.
I see how it is.
Let's really quickly also jump over, Maria, if you don't mind, with our sponsor today.
A sponsor? Yes. Which one? Eldritch Osiris Games. We've talked about them a couple of times, but did you know that they're the first Pathfinder2e work with co-op in ttrpg history? Yes, they are the first.
Tell us more.
I will.
Thanks, Kimmy.
Oh, you're welcome. They're built on the foundation of giving voices to creative authors who don't normally have a roadmap into the publishing industry. What does that mean in other terms? Cool people working with cool people to get Pathfinder stuff out to a bunch of cool people. That's the long and short of it.
That's the tea.
That's the tea.
That's the
You
tea.
can read more and also check out all of the wonderful publications that they have helped bring out with other creators at eldritchosirisgames.com. But while you're also there, you can learn more about their very successful Kickstarter, Mech Finder Universe of Mech and Magic, which is gonna be so rad. Mostly
Who's writing
because
for that, I wonder.
Oh my god, who could be writing for that? I wonder. Is
could
it
be
someone?
writing
Maybe
for-
it's like Syrup, and maybe it's like Waffles, and I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe Maple.
weird.
I don't know who that is, but whatever.
We don't talk about Maple.
Can I give a teaser about what I wrote, or is that illegal? I don't know how that works.
Listen, do it, and then worst case, James will, murder
murder
you.
you.
Fire you.
I wrote
Yeah.
2 creatures because this is supposed to be all about, like, Mech Finder's all about being in mechs and, like, turning your mechs into classes and stuff, and it's pretty cool. I wrote 2 creatures, but one of the creatures definitely has something to do with nanites. So
Very cool.
That's exciting.
And I'm going to not say those types of things about Pathfinder, but I am going to transition into a thought that I had that I don't want to forget, which you mentioned, the Pathfinder2e just community and just kind of like helping people get into it. Y'all, the Pathfinder2e community is really awesome and honestly pretty close-knit, and I really appreciate that. I had this thought earlier. I know we were asking a lot in help for like monetarily with the club. If you wish to help us, that's amazing. But there's also absolutely a really, really awesome way that you can help us for completely free. And it would really, really actually make a difference because I've noticed it have tangible impact. Go tell people about us. If you like this show, go tell people. Go to Reddit. Go into the talk. People ask all the time, hey, do you have any
That's a good
good
point.
Pathfinder 2e shows? Mention us.
word.
You
Oh,
never
wow.
know. how it'll spread from there, and it makes a huge difference. So that's something you can do for free.
Also, you can
Thanks,
subscribe
Timmy.
on YouTube for free. For
Follow-
free.
That's true.
You can
Follow
go
this
follow us on
channel for
YouTube for
free.
free. It's
Okay.
free. Tell your
Thanks,
friends.
Timmy.
Okay.
Thank you, Timmy.
Now that we've
It's
bombarded
free.
you with 1,000 asks and you're going to go do all of them, right?
Right?
I guess we'll see you in class.
We're not going to class.
Welcome. Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello? What?
Hi. I'm just vibing.
Damn it,
I'm
I
just
was
hanging
gonna
out.
do so good too. Alright, hi.
Hey.
Hey.
Let's try that again.
What's up?
And scene.
Hey.
Welcome.
And cut.
I can't. Maria's just out here jamming in the corner, and I'm just like,
I'm just
okay,
vibing out.
I'm jamming too now. Let's go.
Tell me you have a neurodivergent table without telling me you have a neurodivergent table.
Last we left off, I'm gonna go right into it. The crew went to a tavern. One of the first times they did such an outing, and well, the GM got to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show because there was a show. The Outcast got drunk and played some truth-telling games, which, as we all know, are some of the best bonding experiences for a classic ttrpg group. And we got some very interesting insight. We got some answers to long-awaited questions. We got more questions and a very interesting dynamic was formed and a stronger bond, if you will, as this group united in drunken truthery, only to be shattered in their hungover states as the following day, a full day-long ritual was needed to save a community building, a pottery shop that offered like community services from falling down the retaining wall of the city into the river below.
The whole city.
The whole city.
Or sorry,
Entire
as
city.
Maria likes to say, the city is sinking.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing.
Just the whole
And-
thing.
I'm gonna jump back real quick because there's one really interesting point that happened during the drunken shenanigans, which is a moment of Arc 2, asking a question, revealing to us behind the scenes, if not to our lovely characters, some thoughts that were stewing in their mind, perhaps for the first time, would these individuals choose Ark over their past lives, or how their lives used to be? And then he couldn't find his way home, and Arafay had to give him directions, and it was fun.
Eric
But
had to mom a hen.
My GPS was off. Chill.
Driving through the city, there's
And-
no signal.
the ritual, well, straightforward? No. Simple? No. Did it get done? Yes.
It did.
Did it get done?
Complete shit
Hey,
show and
teamwork
everything but
happened?
conclusion? Yes.
Technically, but technical book book definition of teamwork happened.
Dictionary. Yep.
We
But
were
if
a
you were
team
to
and
look
it
at the
works.
dictionary of closeness, you would not
Friendship?
find your pictures there.
We were
That's
together technically.
Mhm.
Ritual involving primary caster and secondary casters, and plus one technically sitting out, involves decision making in the group and who's going to take the charge on this. And unfortunately, that blew up in a larger form than expected. And could the hangovers be something to do with it? Perhaps. But the results were left all the same, because after even a successful ritual, each one of the outcasts, after more arguments, was left feeling off in some way. Arafay, having a heart-to-heart with Hideaki, focusing in and trying to uplift their spirits, returned back to the Magaambya. Hal, left out of any accolades for a primary caster full-day ritual job well done, went off on their own. Unbeknownst to them, Ark, too, frustrated at the inaction of the group, went off on their own, both individually pursuing the next step of information from prior bandits that they were captured. So they went alone, supposedly alone, risking a lot to Wrath's shack. And
Wrath.
finding silence and curiosity, soon realizing the other were there, without much communication, they broke in, deciding, the GM, wonder if it was a bit of a one-upmanship, but nonetheless, they enter in to this quiet, creaking, dark shack in the middle of the night, only to find room after room empty, except until bodies were found, no longer living and rather recently dead, alongside a note of warning directed exactly at you all to no longer pursue this mysterious frog legs for fear of the same fate. And that is where we're going to pick back up. So it is dark. It is... God damn it, I caught up on chat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I was for the shout
trying
out.
so
Art
I was
just
trying
looks
so
down and says, "Ret them Pete."
No.
Kitty,
Did you
cat.
Did you not see Maria and I trying to keep it together and
I
failing?
did.
I had to
I-
mute
I
so
did.
fast because I was crying about how
I was
funny
so
that
good.
was.
I had this moment. I was looking at it. I laughed.
Wait,
I'm
we
like,
said
okay, wait,
that
I'll just
last
look
session.
over here.
Yeah, Maria,
and I'll
you
be
did it.
good.
Who said it? I
You.
said that?
Yeah, you. Yeah.
God,
you.
I'm funny.
There's a clip.
Damn.
You're funny. Yeah.
Damn, I'm funny.
Wow, so funny. Just like Sarah.
Wow.
Wow.
Just like me, I'm funny
Wow.
too.
Past me is so funny.
So funny.
I, God,
Self,
I guess I'm really I think
self
I'm
high
hilarious.
five.
I forgot about it
So-
too, Maria. So I was looking,
That's
laughing.
really
I'm like,
funny,
I
'cause
have to look
I
away,
remember-
or I'm gonna keep laughing. I look over, I see Maria losing it. And I'm just like, I can't. And then I look to the chat to turn the other chat, and Maria
Sorry.
puts it in the no chat. Can't escape.
You can't escape.
Anyway, rest in peace.
For the record, they're dead people here, so let's
They're-
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go. Incredible.
Okay.
So Talia
Alright,
and Ark, you are we don't have to stay here long, but is there anything you all wish to do this night upon the discovery of these bodies and this note?
I think there were some extra papers that were on the table or on the desk that Reth was slumping over. I think, according to my notes, I wanted to grab as many as were still mostly legible, to parse at a different location.
I'm looking there's like stacks of paper,
Yeah.
not many, and like I think you found remnants of some coins, like a silver or two, like one that kind of fell on the floor or something like that. So you grab some of the papers just to kind of look through at a later point, and upon scanning the room for anything else, you also see a little like safe nestled like below a bookcase or to the side of it, that has been opened. Like the door's open to the safe.
Okay. Yeah, I'll peek in there just to make sure. I don't foresee there being anything in there, but
Yeah, looking in, there seems to be emptied out for sure. But there inside you do see like some kind of like a shine of a piece of metal. It's like a little dark, so hard to see.
oh, dark and hard to see. I'll cast dancing lights now that I know that everybody in here is dead.
So you kind of pull a dancing light closer to shine in before you touch anything, and you see a long, slender piece of metal with a uniquely shaped handle, and you recognize another one of those lockpicks, very similar to the ones you'd found in Oba's Wondrous Creatures.
Okay.
During this time, Ark would like to just give a general. He's not very good at medicine, but he would like to give a general look on the bodies of like, are they stiff? Are they still bleeding? Like time wise of the death.
Make me a medicine check.
I'm not good at that.
Would you?
Do you want some help? You
19.
can just ask.
No, I don't.
I can do it myself.
can do it
With a
myself.
19. Touching. This is a lizard folk body, so you kind of touch. It's not warm, but then a lizard folk body wouldn't be too warm. But the way the skin moves makes you think like rigor mortis is not set in.
Yeah. Ark would like bend a finger.
Yeah, and if you checked the other room where you saw the other lizard folk dead, her head was like beat in a little bit with like some blunt force trauma, and the blood is still wet.
Okay.
That makes you think that you could place this anywhere from, with the 19, anywhere from 20 minutes ago to a couple hours ago.
Okay. Ark is going to take the note with Frogleg's handwriting on it.
All right. Do you all then leave things as is and return to the school?
Arc plans.
Yeah, I think if they reconverge at some point during the milling about, Tao will ask, should we tell anybody about this?
We could. We did nothing wrong. Are you thinking of telling the chime ringers or like our party?
Oh, I was going to tell Arafe and Hideaki, but I mean, there's dead people here. You just
Yes.
leave them?
Well, why not?
It just feels like somebody should know, right?
Because we didn't kill them?
I don't. No, I think you're right. I guess we don't have to tell anyone.
Sure. We can. I don't think it will change much. Somebody's going to find the dead people eventually. And telling somebody quicker does not save their lives.
Yeah.
And Ark will kind of mumble. The only thing that could have done that is if we came here before the ritual.
I think Tal is going to hear that. Is going to walk over to where Ark had rolled a coin with, I think, a light or something on it.
Yeah.
Into the larger room.
Yeah.
Tal's going to go grab that coin and flick it to Ark. And say, if you thought we should have come earlier, you should have said so.
That was not.
But then other people might have gotten hurt.
That's true. There was not much of an opportunity for me to be in charge.
You don't have to be in charge to voice your opinions, Ark.
But you listen to the people who are in charge.
It has been a long, long day for you, Tal.
Mm-hmm.
And feels like it's only getting longer.
Ark, is there something wrong with your anything right now?
Is there something wrong with me?
Your wires or your, I don't know, plating or something? Is there something wrong? Because I'm very tired, but I noticed you're
The
being
room is still
annoying.
flickering.
I'm being annoying.
Yes. And this, it's pointing to the same spot where the rune is flickering. You have something. You get these little flashes every once in a while. When you, from my experience, showcase emotions. I'm just going to say it. I don't know if that's what it is.
Then you don't like me with emotions.
I'm just trying to understand if there's something that we need to address. We, not me, maybe you, or everyone else. If it is, I don't know.
If it
You
is
got
bothering
hit on the head too hard.
If it is bothering
Or-
you, then we can attempt to address it. I don't want to be a problem.
I think it's starting to be a problem.
Then let's address it.
Okay. Okay.
Is it more of
Let's
a
address
problem
it-
than Froglegs being a step ahead of us and killing these two?
I don't know. But much like, and then she just gestures to the house that they're in, much like all of this, I don't think it's going to get better right away. So we might as well address it in the morning when we're not... Some of us aren't tired from successfully doing something all day.
Okay.
We fade from this, assuming you return, and it's late at this point, so I'm sure that Hideaki and Arafe are in their rooms. Like, it is okay, it is time to get some rest. Is there anything that else that happens that night?
Only we'll determine that with this. When you get close to the door, you begin to hear the sounds of gentle snoring, and if you open it, you see Hideaki on the couch, like face up, like like he was doing something, like mid doing something, and he just like fell asleep. And there's a blanket on top of him, next to a certain fetchling oracle.
And she is not there. She has retired to her room, but he fell asleep. She was not going to wake him up to tell him to go to bed.
Yeah.
Ark just walks past.
Tao makes to walk past and stops and sighs a little bit and like moves a part of the blanket that had like fallen off of one of like your leg or your feet, or like just trying to make the blanket situation a little bit more comfortable. Is Overnosa out, gone, elsewhere,
Nah.
sleeping?
Unmanifested.
Gotcha. Okay. Then yeah, Tal will just straighten the blanket a little bit more and I think just turn and walk back to their room. And see that the hammock is a little twisted up because the last person to sleep in it was Arafe.
I fell out.
Yeah.
I forgot I fell asleep in your room last night and fell out of it in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah, you did.
The beans in your beanbag were hastily put back in after it exploded when she fell out.
I forgot one very important thing in my recap, which is that night between, after the tavern and before the ritual, Arafe had a dream and remembered something incredibly important about her shadow.
Yeah, that's very true.
And that realization that she had a sister has yet also to be shared with the group, because as it always seems, doesn't it, Arafe?
Every time I
They're
learn something,
just
shit hits
too
the fan.
busy.
It's almost like they're more concerned on what's happening to them.
Oh. Huh. Let me also sip some tea real quick.
Yeah, how's that wine?
Ah.
All right, with that,
We're busy,
I will
it's fine.
bring us to morning and whatever rest you have found. I know there are conversations to be had, so I will happily take a step back and let you all tell me like who's on first, like who's doing what, in the early morning hours, and who wants to take the lead? I'll give it all to you.
I cast fireball.
Yeah, you beat me to it. One way to solve problems.
Ark would not take the lead, but he will be up before most people, I assume, since he did not do the ritual and probably recovers from poison in his body quicker. And he will have breakfast at the table, like from the food place at the table, enough for everyone.
Oh wow.
Oh, like in the sprout, you bring food to the sprout house?
Yeah, because he figured y'all were all tired.
I think
I
as you're-
will say I think
That
Hideaki's
wakes
going
Tal
to. I'll say I think Hideaki's gonna get woken up fairly early too because he has my snake and my snake hungry, and you're
Yeah.
the closest person, so you will be woken up by a very persistent Vati trying to wake you up.
Okay, love that. Love that.
They have a name.
I have a name. Very cool. Oh fuck! Oh, training. Shit. Fuck. Yeah.
That wakes me up. I like
Okay.
that. That's what
Yeah.
does it.
That's definitely
No, fuck.
It's that.
Definitely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh damn it. Oh man.
Tal bursts the door open. Are you okay? And
Yeah.
they are Tal's bedhead is a nightmare.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's if you think bedhead is bad, imagine it all over your body.
Well, I'm imagining. Okay, so you're in like a hammock, right? That sometimes
Yeah.
has like netting to it. So like if like little clumps of hair have gotten pressed into something that didn't have a
there's, like-
pillow,
there's,
and it's just
little
like
poop. There's
poking
like little
out.
stick, like clumped bits, and then flat bits, and then weird. Like it's just a nightmare.
I'm just
love this.
imagining the gif of the cat that wants coffee that's just like everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
I love
think
this. I love this kit.
yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Oh shit, did I smother you? And then like looks at the snake and is like, okay, you're good. Oh man, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. Woo! All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Ooh, breakfast. You'll get up.
Is Ark with the breakfast, or just put the breakfast there?
He's with it for sure. He's like already eating at this point, probably.
Oh, did Benji bring this for us?
No.
Oh, you brought some back? Cool.
Yes.
Okay.
You said you didn't want to have breakfast apart anymore. So I made sure we have breakfast together.
Even
Your
though
effort
it's,
is noted.
even though it's not in the where it usually is.
Yes, it is the... He's like thinking. Lesser of bads?
That's
It would be not having breakfast or eating here.
and honestly, we've like really never used this table. It's been here the whole time.
I was ready to eat, and none of you were awake.
Tal is definitely still like went from dead asleep to immediately awake, and the brain hasn't caught up yet. So they're just kind of like squinting and nodding and sitting down, still in like just some like a loose sleeveless top and very very flowy loose like sleep loungewear pants. But they're just kind of nodding and sitting down at the table and looking just at the food.
Like he's still in like full robes from yesterday, and like I think like when he like shot up, like his hood like popped up over his ears, and he hasn't like changed to take it off at all. It's just like sitting there munching on whatever breakfast is.
Ark is like hella buttoned up. Looked like he woke up like an hour ago, got ready, and then went and got food.
Did his training.
Yeah, probably did his training, came back.
Ari hasn't come out yet. This is a part of my personality I'm going to put into her. This is the first time that Ari has gotten by herself since the fight yesterday.
Yeah.
So she is using this morning to kind of process. She's still angry, to the point where she won't even talk to Rin this morning. And she is just trying to process, am I mad? Why am I mad? Is this something that I need to deal with, or is this just me being selfish? And after a while, when she hears the hubbub out in the room, She doesn't come out right away, probably a little bit later in the breakfast, but she will come out in time to eat with everyone.
Well, I guess I didn't see y'all come back in. What did y'all do after
We
we
found
left the
dead
city?
people.
What?
Oh yeah, and then
The door opens. Airfay at that moment.
Tao with
You-
like a bit of loaf gets up out of the table, runs into their room, Sailor Moon style, and grabs the papers and like the lockpick and like whatever like things
Yeah,
that they
all
picked
the
up off
things,
of the
yeah.
table. Yeah, and brings it to the breakfast table and lays it out.
Yeah.
Art produces a perfectly copied rendition of the note that Resk left, but not Resk's note. Or not, sorry, not Resk at all. Froglegs, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah, so we went to the hideout and everyone was dead.
so you went to the hideout by yourself? Wait, did you go together?
No,
We
they were
ended
already
up-
there.
Yeah, we
Huh.
ended up inside together. We went. It's
Airfay. Give me a little insight.
The rage instantly returns.
Mhm.
Can I add fuel to the fire a little bit
But
as you're?
I will say you can add fuel to the fire, and that's
Yeah.
totally fine. But it's one of those that like it doesn't really show other than the fact that if you're paying attention to her, her body rigidity goes up a little bit.
it's just
and
like
she
you're sitting here and then you're like,
Yeah.
Quick
The,
pop
the
of the
face
neck.
muscles,
Yeah.
the face muscles contract a little bit. The shoulders go back just a little bit.
And I think like he's about to sort of recoil and react, loudly, typically as he always does, and then he like pauses, like you see his hands like move like forward, like on the table. Well, it's not what I would have done, but all right. At least you're fucking okay. I would have been more mad if you were dead, and then we would have had to like, resurrect you again, and then I would have been really mad at you, and then it's fine. Okay, cool. I guess you guys are okay, right? Like everybody was dead. Nobody tried to kill you.
I had all my energy since I didn't do any of the ritual yesterday.
Sure.
There's
Why did you
definitely
go,
a
Tal?
tension that like returns to the table.
Yeah, and I think like having like R2 said that, and then he'll lead towards Tal. Why did you go then?
Tao grabs a bit of mango and like their claws come out a little
Ew.
bit extra and like rips it apart a little bit. I wanted to feel useful. Just eating mangoes.
You said last night you did the successful primary casting of the ritual. That's useful.
Mm-hmm. I sure said that, didn't I?
Yes, in the house, next to dead Resk.
What was you two's plan if they were alive?
They
Did you
weren't.
think that far ahead, or did you just need to prove yourselves again?
I was scouting.
That was my plan too.
Scouting and going into the house sound like two very different activities. One way more dumb than the other.
I will
That
agree
was-
with Ren on this one.
I always forget she can just do that.
She can.
Why do you keep calling Yafira Ren?
That's her name.
Does she change it?
No. With my memories coming back, more things are becoming clear. I guess it's a good time to introduce you all to my sister.
Shut the fuck up. What?
What?
Your sister is a shadow in the floor. What? And the what?
And we can get to that. But what would you two have done if they were alive and there and found you? You're both extremely capable, but
They wouldn't have if I was alone.
Tal's eye roll is not subtle. It is the opposite of subtle. It is so large.
is Ark's rune glowing?
That was my next question too.
I think it flutters. Especially all of you at this point are paying attention to it. So
Yeah.
it's not I'm not going to do like rolls anymore with it.
Right, no.
It flutters with those words. Absolutely.
You don't know, Ark, if you wouldn't have gotten caught or not.
That's true.
True.
I
You are
disagree.
You are talented. You are very skilled, but you can't guarantee that. What would you have done if they caught you?
They wouldn't have.
What if they did?
They wouldn't have.
Why are you so
Airface
sure about
watching
that?
as this pulsing, I'm sure, is happening right now.
Yeah. By the way, what's the deal with that? The glowing thing. Like I saw it yesterday, but I was busy being mad, so I didn't have the ability to query that at the time.
Talyatya said it's my emotions, and they don't like them.
So, okay.
Airface
That's
gonna like
not
look at
what
you.
I said. That's
Look at Tal.
Is that the first actual lie you've said?
That is what
Because
you
I
said.
didn't say.
You
No,
said
I
it-
did
you said-
not.
You think it's my
I said
emotions,
you're being annoying.
and it is annoying, and it is bothersome. Not that word bothersome. I can't remember the exact word you said. So it's very late. But we were standing over Resk, and you said that it needed to be talked about because it was more of a problem than Resk and their
It could
protege
be a
dying.
problem. It could be a problem because it could be something that gets in the way. Like this. This is not serious. We're talking about it over breakfast.
So
But
my,
if it's in the middle of something,
so my emotions could be a problem and annoying. Thus, Tao does not like them.
Hold on one second. So let me just do a quick, I can't believe that I'm being the voice of reason here. Hold on one second. So, Tal, you believe that glory thing is some sort of objective affectation of emotions. Do you think that, Arg too?
I don't know. Other people have seen it. I have not.
I just saw it yesterday.
I've seen it a couple of times.
Sure.
It's
And I'm not calling
it's
you a
what-
liar.
That'd
It's
be a
been
first.
a little more prominent lately, this new gold rune. And while Ark, you have in the past been, she's trying to think of wording of how to say it, unintentionally insensitive sometimes. You are directly antagonistic lately, and that's not usually what you do.
How would you know the difference between my intentions?
Because when we've discussed it before, you consider our viewpoint. And yesterday, you, not in so direct a term, but essentially told us to fuck off.
Oh wow, I definitely interpreted that very differently than you did.
I made the correct decision and allowed you to do the ritual.
And
It's-
then, right after that, you said that you were proud. I think,
Yes.
which is I think also new. Not that you couldn't have been proud before, but you've never said it out loud. I don't think.
It was a successful ritual that did not require me.
And so you were proud of us.
Of the ritual being a success, yes.
Proud of us, or proud of the ritual being successful.
Yes.
Huh. And he takes a big bite of an apple.
But we're supposed to be talking about my emotions, and he points where the rune is.
Yes.
How should we fix this? Do you want me to stop?
Here's a question for you. Can you stop something that you don't know that you're doing?
I doubt it. So
Then is your question...
Well, my
useful?
question has a point. Do you want me to stop?
Out of sheer curiosity, and I'm totally down with being outvoted, I'm going to say I don't want you to stop. Because I think it's really interesting, and I'm curious to see where it'll take you. And who are we to stop you from growing? If this is what that is, and if it's not what it is, then we can say stop.
But you might want me to stop in the future.
Yes.
I am always a proponent of feeling what you feel. The difference between, and please correct me if I'm wrong, is the rest of us have had experience in metering the expression of those emotions, and that's not something, if I'm understanding correctly, you've really had a lot of skill or practice with.
No.
So it's important for you to be able to use those emotions so that you can experience that, learn that skill.
Arafe, you see Hideaki mouth as you say the word metering, you see him mouth, have I?
And you see her look at you and go, no.
He just nods. He's just like, okay.
But you would want me to stop if it is too much, or meter it.
I think when it becomes harmful, it is something that needs to be looked at. But I don't think
Harmful
it's...
to who?
That depends. I know that's not a great answer. Please know, I know that's not a great answer. Because there is really no good answer.
I would like you
what
to
if-
stop having Ren around. It bothers me. It's harmful. And Overnosa, probably. That's part of you, right?
Okay.
Can I make a perception check? Because that sounds fucking weird to me.
Yeah, by all means.
Oh, natural 20. Okay. That's a 31, I think.
Yeah, so that's a sense motive. So, Arc, what do you want to give him with that?
Yeah, I think you notice he is not being completely genuine as Ark normally would. He is attempting to hammer home a point.
Yeah, that's kind of what he picked up on. Yeah, it's like, i.e., you don't have, well, at least from Overnosa and Hidaki perspective, there isn't a choice. Like, they are one. So.
You do hear like a, okay, from under the table, from Rin. And Ari, you know this tone. This like, okay. Okay. And
all right.
and you hear
Is she
like,
about to get much worse?
you feel a tug of energy from you, and then a question. Ari, can I?
Sure.
I wasn't asking you.
What I'm doing is not successful, so go for it.
Great. And you feel this push of energy as you go into your first curse form.
Okay.
Which pushes Rin into more permanence, and this shrouded figure comes up from under the table by you, Ark.
Ark draws his weapon.
You are sitting down at this table, and I will say that you don't have it directly on you in this moment. If you're okay with
Sure.
it, I mean, it could be nearby, but
Sure. Ark will stand up then. That would be his reaction. Basically.
okay.
Hold
So
on.
she basically stands up next to you. Listen, Ark. Look at that. And you see her point to Tal.
He looks.
They are upset, dumbass. Do you see that?
Tal looks surprised and like, huh?
Hideaki chokes on his apple.
Ark kind of looks for a second and says, "No."
then learn to read body language. But you know what else? Learn to read between the fucking lines.
Will you
All these people care about you.
learn how to get Arafa's memories back?
Yeah, we're doing it.
Well, I need you to learn it right now.
I'm not saying right now. You're being obstinate on purpose because you're scared or something like that. I don't know. You don't know because you don't know your emotions. And you know what? That's fine. All these people here are going to accept that. They have accepted that. But it's time you accepted that you have those fucking feelings. And you're right. How are you going to control something that you don't know exists? Lucky for all of us, they're written on your face. Go look in a mirror.
Usually
Learn.
that's
You're good at it.
I think in Tao's head they're thinking usually that's figurative, but in this it's like literally.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I think Hideaki is also well actually inside of his head too.
Yeah.
You have the tools in front of you.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. You should go back to being a shadow again. You're not quite part of this party.
Ark, that was uncalled for.
Would you say, Arc 2, that Overnosa is not quite a part of this party?
No, Overnosa's soul is attached to you as Eidolon's are. Yafira is Arfe's sister. Would you say
Well-
Kazushi's part of this party?
Well, Kazuchi's not here.
I agree.
And he's very busy growing tomatoes. So that's one aspect of it. And I think that I disagree. I think that Rin is absolutely a part of this party, the same way that Overnosa is, and the same way that Nim is. Because they all help us.
Then my emotions aren't allowed to be part of the party.
They are.
Because they're part of you, man.
Over this course of time, I will say Rin is not able to sustain this and is like slowly.
Sure. So where are we now? Like, as a cohort? Because, like, I feel like we're fucking everywhere right now. And I get it, because yesterday was shit. In many ways. And I'm still feeling very conflicted about a lot of what happened yesterday. And he, like points down onto the piece of paper. We have many things to do. And many things to worry about. Is this chapter closed for now? Or do we want to continue to deliberate it some more?
Can it be closed?
Do you want it to be closed?
Sure. I would like for it to have never been opened.
Let me ask you this. Can you close it? After all, you didn't even know you had these until a little bit ago.
Yes.
And
Isn't that going against what Iska wants for you then?
Yes. It's also going what Iska wants you to do for me.
True, but out of the two of us, you seem the one who's most likely to want to do what Iska wants you to do.
So
And
are you
Iska
telling me
wanted
not
you
to close it?
learn. Iska wanted you to learn emotions. I want you to know what those emotions are, and then you choose if you want them or not. Or you choose how to deal with them however you want to. But I agree with Ren in and the conversation we had earlier. If you don't know what they are, how are you expected to use them? Because they don't have to be bad. But if you don't know what you're doing with them, they are unwieldy.
He like raises his hand. I can speak to experience for that one.
Can I ask how you... And his tone is kind of like softened. Can I ask how you learned your magic?
I walked into the woods. It was given to me because my grandmother made a deal generations ago.
Oh, yes.
That's how I
yes.
learned my magic.
I know that, but you seem to struggle with it, with Hebron.
It's because I did not know the full extent of my magic.
And in Tal's defense, that was a long time ago.
Well,
I'm attempting to have a conversation here. He looks at Hideaki.
I can still speak up, dude.
To answer your question, did not know the extent of my own power. However, through learning more and being taught more about the extent of my power, I have been able to manage it better so that I know how powerful I can be and focus it a little bit better and sometimes still get a little bit surprised.
And to learn about it, you couldn't shut it down and not use it.
Correct. I don't think any of us have told you not to have emotions. We are bringing up the idea that perhaps we should address that you are having them because you haven't had them at all.
Are we not
You went
addressing
from
that?
zero. It really sounds like you were trying to get rid of them. Or that you're insinuating that we want you to not have them at all because they're bad. That's not what we're insinuating. They're being potentially harmful because they're causing this with all of us. In part, kind of.
I am just asking y'all to understand that I don't know how to control them. Therefore, learning them would be to keep having them.
Right. Which
I agree.
is kind of what we brought up at the beginning. Is that you have to use them and learn how to use them. It's the same as learning magic. Sometimes the first time you use a spell, it can damage things. You try and hold it in until you can control it. Or not hold it in, let me say that differently. You try to do it in an environment where it's safe until you can control it.
And sometimes you go to someone who knows a little bit more than you do, and Tal gestures to the three of them about the topic.
I think
And get advice.
I think a really important thing to remember, Ark, you are important to us. We are not trying to fight you here. We are here to help you. In any way that you need, whatever your goal is. So maybe don't anticipate that we're trying to fight you in this. We want you to be successful. We want you to meet your goals. And we're trying to help you with something that comes very naturally to us. So we are trying to be as helpful as we can be.
I understand. Is that it?
It can be.
Ar's gonna go to his room.
As soon as Ark's door is closed, Tal, like, sinks onto the table. Just... and lets out, like, a sigh.
Hideaki just smiles and cuts another piece of fruit.
Not mangoes.
Fuck those motherfucking mangoes. I didn't want to touch my plate, Tal.
Airfay just pushes her food around to make it look like she's eating for the rest of breakfast.
Is the rest of breakfast otherwise in silence?
No.
There it is.
Not this guy. So it kind of like flips over the note, the letter, the warning, if you will. So, what are your thoughts on frog legs? If it is them, I assume it is. Considering us a bit of a threat now.
It's it may cause a complication. She sounds tired at this point, like she
Yep.
just woke up and she already
Yeah.
sounds tired. Because we do need to find that statue.
And the instrument that we promised we would get back to.
If you want, if y'all at those that were at the house last night, if you did like the rest of the search, if you did more searching like after tensions were everyone was dead, you would have found like some of the instruments. We can say that because it was there, and you don't have to go back.
Oh,
Tal will just point to the corner, like by the front door, because she didn't want to take them all the way to the room.
oh shit, they're right there. Great, awesome. Well, that makes me feel a little better. Yeah, cool. Great. Well, a little morsel of goodness in this, whatever this is. But can I be very honest with you two?
I would love nothing more than honesty.
Great. So, ironically, we're talking about emotions, right? Earlier. And I'm not trying to unpack that again. I'm both 50% excited and 50% terrified.
Oh.
About what?
Well, you know, I certainly do like my attention, and this is certainly an aspect of what we wanted, so to speak, because we're a little closer to the truth of all this, but while also having a bit of a trail go cold, which is kind of unfortunate. But I think I'm just excited to focus on this, while also like, this is big. And I think I'm trying to come to terms with that. This isn't, something like saving the school from Stone Ghost or stopping Kurshkin. This is like, this feels bigger, I guess. And I feel ready, and I just hope I am. You know what I mean?
Which is interesting because I see this whole frog legs thing as less than we usually do.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, context. I'm thinking like this is a big conspiratorial conglomeration of underworld society, and maybe you're thinking about it from like the aspect of this particular person.
Does it have to be big?
I mean, no, it doesn't have to be big. I'm sure it's
Would you
probably
be disappointed
simpler
if
to.
it wasn't?
Yep. Yeah, kinda. I would. Yeah. Which is weird, right? Because like it's less dangerous and thus less life-threatening, and so I should be more excited that it's less life-threatening, but I'm kind of less excited that it's yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's if I want to why would it be more exciting if it was less threatening? Why is your life being why is that exciting?
More exciting things for John Timo to write about us.
Why is putting our lives on the line exciting to you?
Yeah, see, I know it's weird. Yeah, I know.
No, it's not weird. It's
Nope,
not weird.
It's not weird. Oh, it's not weird.
No,
Okay, good.
it's a little concerning actually. As
Oh,
one of
it's
the people
concerning.
one of the people whose lives would be on the line. Actually,
Sure.
And
Yeah.
Airfay, somebody I care
Totally.
about, live would be on the
Right.
line.
Yeah.
And you're excited and chasing after things.
Well, I'm not chasing. Well, I mean, I am chasing. Sure. Okay.
Striving.
Yeah.
Hoping for.
uh,
Do you think this is a story?
No.
Do you wish it was a
Said that with
story?
a question mark.
It's going to be eventually, right? Like that's the Donatello's plan, right?
That's the plan?
He said it, right? I can't wait to write about all of your adventures and all of your things.
What do you want, Hideaki? Do you want just to go down in a blaze of glory with a really cool story behind you?
Not down. No, I would rather survive the story.
But just barely.
No. I mean, not just barely. No, I mean, like, you know. Listen, I'm sure stories could be embellished, like, so it doesn't have to be life-threatening, and you know.
Hideaki,
Yeah.
I am extremely concerned about this high you chase.
It's a high.
The need to be acknowledged, the adrenaline of risk, that doesn't end well. Today you need to take down a crime boss. Tomorrow you need to kill a dragon. Then what? You're going to do kill a god? Where does it stop?
Oh, I don't want to. I don't know.
Now hold on. You hear Vanessa's voice in your
There it is. I was waiting for him.
And you feel a pressure of like
I'll
asking.
manifest him. Absolutely, yes.
Bitch, I want to be on this call.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
Patch me in. Patch me in.
It's the 90s. You just pick up the phone downstairs and you listen to the conversation.
yes, yes.
Oh no, this is like I'm being caged.
I would hardly call this chasing a high.
Sorry.
Was that a character?
No, because I can't hear it.
No, he's manifested. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
He said
manifested.
that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then yes, there will be a slight chuckle of disagreement.
I understand that our darling Hideaki, he says it like kind of jokingly.
He
Like,
doesn't
yeah, like
talk.
he says it like
Yeah,
he's like y'all care about him so much. It's like so he's kind of talking to Tal and Arafe right now. Has an appetite for great things, but it's because he can be great, and he will become great.
Are you sure, talking to Ovenoza, that it's his appetite that you're referring to, or the appetite of a dragon? Because one of those is bigger than the other.
You see this like smile, like the slow moving of the scales as his draconic skin grins and shows some teeth. We can both be hungry. That's why I chose him.
Tal's gonna lean forward a little bit towards Overnoza. I don't want my friend to get hurt because you can't be satisfied.
Oh, I'll make sure he doesn't get hurt. And he leans in, and you feel like a copper dragon is an acid dragon, and he lets the breath sort of, you feel like the acid in the smell of his breath. It is not there or anything, but it's there as he kind of leans into you. And what better way to protect oneself from harm than by getting stronger?
Is his rune glow?
Arafe is going to actively ignore Overnoza and turn to Hideaki and say, yes, Overnoza will keep you safe and you can be bound for greatness, but whose bodies will you step on along the way? Who has to be that stepping stone for you, and are you willing for that to happen?
Overnoza looks at you as well.
I'm not talking to you. She keeps
No,
her
like-
eyes. She like keeps her eyes straight on Hideaki, but like obviously is talking to Overnoza. I'm not talking to you.
That was me, the GM. That was not Overdose.
Amazing. He sort of like digests what you said. Arafe, we already have.
So it's okay to continue then.
I don't think it's as binary as that.
I'm not saying we can't do great things. I am just trying to encourage all of us. Not just you, not just me. She points it over and says, I don't think I can convince that one. But there are consequences to the choices we all make. And if we always choose selfishly, we will be alone in the end.
Why do you say that? You say that as if it's something that you already know. Do you already know it? And it's not an accusatory tone.
No, actual asking, yeah.
Yeah, it's 100%. Like the tone dips a little bit and then like sort of pops up like at the end.
I don't think so. I don't know. But if you are constantly looking for a higher challenge, if you are constantly thinking about what does this do for me, you have to keep looking for bigger and bigger things until something stops you. And you have a dragon. Are you willing to step on my body to get that high?
You would be with me, so no. If you wanted to. Anyway, sure.
I will always be by all of your sides. I will meet challenges with you. What I'm asking is, don't reach higher than we can, just to feel good.
At the phrase, I'll always be by your side, his eyes click to Tal. And then go back to Arafe. And he kind of just shrugs.
It's just something to think about.
He just nods. Yeah. I think is there anything you guys want to talk about? Because R2 talked about R2 and then I talked about me and I'm not going to storm off to my room.
We are a family, whether or not we want to admit it to each other or say it out loud.
Also, you can storm off to your room if you want to. It doesn't make you less than Ark.
He just like chuckles. It's like,
Tal is grinning because they know exactly how they said it and why they said it.
100%. I'm good. Thank you for listening and actually challenging me. I know sometimes I'm not really great at receiving that.
We all have our flaws, Hideaki. Every single
yeah.
In your head, though, Hideaki from Overnoza, you just sort of hear, but we can be great. That's it.
He just smiles. He doesn't say anything.
Tal turns to Arafe. How do you feel having a sibling?
Yeah. Talk about bearing the lead, huh?
As one of the only people in this entire Sprout House who has one.
Until yesterday, I thought I was a lone family wise other than chosen family. It's nice to know that there's someone out there. And she looks here, I guess, technically. Out there.
And she has
correctly.
faded completely, and you see just your shadow, like your regular shadow.
Makes it even more important that I figure out where she's locked and to get her out. It's also a very big relief that she's not actually a demon. She laughs at that.
Yeah, I'm happy for you. That's awesome.
But if you Tal like is clearly putting there's gears puzzling
Does
and
it look like you're trying to figure out the right words to say?
correct.
Say it as blatantly as you want.
Honesty.
I will take it with the best intentions. As always.
If Infar told you that you banished a demon and the demon wasn't a demon but was your sister, did Infar tell you to banish your sister?
You see a click happen in her head that she hadn't put together yet? I, at this very moment, wish Rin was here to ask that question too. And if I did banish her, then why? I have to figure some things out. Still, unfortunately.
Don't we all?
But it looks like we share a journey. It's Overnosa talking to you, Erife.
I was just thinking that myself.
Very possibly. And she actually now acknowledges them now that not being a complete and total shit.
1 out of 10
See,
times.
You can play nice.
I may have questions to you about banishment.
I am happy to chat.
But first, I need to get ready for class. I've missed like 3 days.
Oh, are we going to class today? All right.
I really should. And as she goes to her room,
Knock,
she is
knock,
going to
knock, knock, knock on the front door of this
Oh,
house.
Jesus.
Hideaki, you got it, and I'm gonna run back to my room.
as you start going, she's just going to grab you quick and go, because it didn't get said yesterday. Good job yesterday, Tal.
Yeah.
It kind of got lost in the moment. But you did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Go get the door.
As he walks to the
In my
door,
pajamas.
yeah, as he heads to the door, you just hear one hell of a primary caster and throws the door open as fast as possible. Hello.
Arc in the even in your room as you're sitting there. First, what are you? I just want to go back a couple bits here. What is Arc doing? Are you hearing some of this conversation? It's loud enough that you could hear it if you like.
Some of it for sure. It probably like tapering in and out to it because he doesn't fully care about it, but like every once in a while he'll hear a couple of words that he's like tunes in. But he's just writing in his notebook.
He's writing his fan fiction.
Yeah, writing his fan fiction. And like
Captain's log.
if the camera kind of scrolls over it, you would see like Hideaki, Arrow, Overnosa, Arrow, Astral Sea, and then like needs to learn, but then the like just how the camera happens to show the page that any words after needs to learn are blurred out.
Yeah.
And it says Erife, Rin, Memories, needs to learn. It says Talyatya, Nim, Dreams and Death, needs to learn. And then it says Art, question mark, question mark, question mark. Emotions, question mark, question mark, question mark. Needs to learn.
Love all of that.
And I think as you hear the knock from the front door and perhaps stand up to also be apprised of whatever that situation is, the camera lingers for a second and lines itself up. Not on everybody's names, but on Overnosa, Rin, Nim, and then nothing. And the door opens and we go back up to Arc emerging from the room. And Hideaki going to get the door?
Oh no, I like I mentioned, like he was yelling.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
We're back in the moment now.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Jamming, it's all good. You're like doing 5,000 different things. It's cool.
It's all good. 1 second.
Suspense.
Who you sharing secrets
Um,
with? It ain't me.
Yeah, it's also not me.
I gotta do GM secret
I'm
things.
getting- I'm getting
Looks like they're
whispers.
reading Discord.
No, whisper.
So with that, the door opens and you see a purple-clad, handsome man.
Girl, hey.
Oh no!
Yes.
How you doing?
Man, I got so got, you guys. I got so got. Well played. Oh hey!
Ark will just kind of
What's
drop a hand from like way back.
Yeah, you see him like look past you, Hideaki, to look in the room and be like, "Who else is here?" I have a situation that I need some help with.
Well, you've come to the hopefully correct place. Come on in. Are you hungry? We still have some breakfast over here. If you want some.
Thank you. And he steps through. Like kind of steps past you, even like you haven't moved fully out of the way yet.
So Overnosa, I think, is still at the table, and as he closes the door, he just looks over Overnosa and mouths, "What the fuck?"
He brushes his arm against your chest.
And as he
fanfic continues.
as he walks by, like you get a whiff of like really expensive cologne.
You son of a bitch!
Are you doing to
And
us?
pine.
One day after Sebastian.
right.
Not even a full day.
Not even a full.
Not
good
even.
Lord.
No, it's
And
good.
he
We
waves
back
drank.
at you,
We
Ark.
drank, that's right.
This is a hot throuple. I'm behind it.
I'm
Well, is everybody here?
Yeah.
I think Tal.
Tal's
it
like
doesn't-
in her
yeah,
room.
It doesn't take Tal too terribly long to get changed.
Yeah.
So they'll
Quick brush.
quickly. Yeah. They'll quickly like.
I forgot Hideaki hasn't even moved
Yeah.
from his. Sorry, Tal. Go ahead.
No. I think after that, where Hideaki's like, yeah, everybody's here. I think Tal will come out and be very surprised. Oh. Hi, Ignacy. Hello.
So, I've noticed something troubling. And given that you four are our new conversants, and I have much to learn, and you see him look over at Ark, who's like told him that, I would like to bring this to your attention. On one condition. I want in. And that's where we're gonna go to break.
Oh.
Moving in, no.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Adam.
we got one spare room, I guess, maybe.
Oh, look,
You can bunk up with Ark or Hideaki. They can fight for you. It's
look
fine.
at the consequences of my actions.
You can
Arafe didn't know
bunk with
he was
Bingy.
warning me.
Oh boy.
Amazing.
Oh,
All right.
boy.
Thanks for holding through with that first half as we reconcile the group just a little bit.
We tape
Can I
our
just say-
poor babies back together.
Can I just say that I really should have seen this coming because we definitely talked about Ignacy like 2 weeks ago, Syrup and I, but I was so locked into the scene before that it completely blindsided me. So I loved it. It was
Yeah.
great. Good timing. Good shit.
Hell yeah. So we're going to go on a quick break. We're going to pee and refresh our drinks and let the doggos out and all those
Refresh
good things. And you
That's
should
true.
too. Stretch, take care of
Do
your
it.
body.
Yeah.
Thanks
Do
for hanging
it.
out with us. Please stick around and continue hanging out with us because I've got some fun things in store. Okay, see you soon.
Okay, see you soon. I'm gonna die.
Guns out. Guns out.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. The podcast
No, we're
podcast
all
listeners are
live
like,
on the
what?
guns out, guns out,
Oh,
guns out.
are we here?
Yeah, we're here.
Let's go.
I went with the
Yeah.
countdown.
Guns.
I
The
live in
Get your
podcast-
guns out, everybody.
I
The
live in
podcast is what?
Minnesota.
Yeah.
My office is 95 degrees. I swear to God. So I had to open the window. It's the
Disgusting.
20-degree weather outside.
To the wall.
Equalize-
May I
Yeah.
just say that Star and I are matching and I like
Oh my god. Hey,
Oh my
I'm
God,
so
what are you
excited
doing
for it to
there?
get warmer.
Hey, girl,
because,
hey.
hey, I'm not wearing this shirt in the summer, y'all. It's not
Can I
happening.
have a sleeveless rival shirt, please? Because I want to be part of the crew.
There is
top,
one of
I
those.
think.
There is a
There's
tank top, I
3
think.
different
We
tank
have
tops.
a-
There's a
Oh
unisex
no, I have to buy more
Oh
stuff.
my god.
I love it. Okay.
I heard guns up.
Welcome back. We are going to pick back up as Ignacy enters the Sprout House with some news and even a request for help, perhaps. And interestingly, though, he says, I have one condition. I want in.
Into the Sprout House? Because you already are.
No.
We can't
Come
make you
now.
conversant.
No, only I can. And I think I'm taking your words to heart, Ark. I am going to learn from the best. So, in this endeavor, as it is something that I have noticed, I was to pursue it. I would like to see how you all handle it, and I would like to be involved.
I see. So you're going to present us with a problem that we would typically go off and solve, but you want to be there to solve it with us.
Exactly. I just want to learn from the experts.
You actually think we're experts, or is
Tal
it
is
because
Tal
we're
is trying to
conversants?
read this man for the filth that he kind of is.
Yeah, that's why he's
He
straight up asking.
smiles at the two of you, like both, like he clocks each of these check-ins and like
100%.
just smiles at each
Yeah.
of you. Of course, it's because you're conversants. If the school's declared that you are on track to greatness or to success, and it is what I want, shouldn't I learn from you?
Tal looks towards Hideaki. I feel like this is a little condescending.
Yep.
Are you just a little bit?
Very
No,
much so.
A
I'm
little bit?
so sorry. I don't mean that at all.
It's
It's
okay.
just the way you say shit.
I don't even believe
It's just the
that.
way it's the say you say stuff.
Is it the accent?
It's okay.
No, it's because I know
Nazi.
you're
They don't-
jealous of us.
They don't like emotions.
Okay,
Okay.
wait a second.
He-
Okay,
He
that is
says it in
not
a very
true.
joking way.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I was like, damn, bro. Here we go. We came together for 1 second, one break,
Almost.
and blow it up. Yep.
But Ignacy kind of like turns to you, Ark, and is like, "Oh, they don't. Oh, it's a shame. Emotions can be so fun."
Sure.
This is why I need coffee. Okay. So why don't you lay it on us?
Sure. May I sit?
That is so sweet that you asked, and adorable, and of course you can.
He takes a seat at the breakfast
Eric
table.
kind of just looks at you again like 2 days in a row.
Tal is also kind of like,
This is so bad for me, guys.
Love that now it's literally just everybody. Just everybody.
It's always
Except for the
everybody.
arrows.
Yeah, it was always everybody. I mean, Jesus. He's just crossing people off a list, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Tal's
Yeah, he's
eyebrow
just
raise
crushing
was
on
at
me and it's fine.
Hideaki, not at.
Oh,
yeah,
damn
yeah.
it.
No, I was
Okay.
at Hideaki being like, oh.
Hideaki would be a great, like, next episode on The Bachelor.
Jeez.
All right,
love
now
this.
that's a fan fiction that we need.
You're welcome.
So where was I? Now I'm even distracted. Oh,
So-
he's charmed
Ignacy's
me.
sitting down.
You're sitting down.
Oh
and I
yes,
call you
okay.
normal.
So he sits down and he looks over not just the breakfast that is had, but some of the papers that have been left out here, including a
Fuck
copy
me.
of a specific note. And you just see him kind of glance, and he doesn't seem fazed by anything. But I mean, does anybody like grab anything off the table?
Nah.
Okay.
Know who you're dealing with, bro.
So you see him kind of like take a second, like take everything in. So please sit as well.
Yeah,
Like you're all like just standing around,
Yeah.
like waiting on
Yeah.
him, and he's like, "Come on, sit."
Yeah, Hideaki makes a point to sit right across from him.
Arc stands still.
Mm-hmm.
Erife will sit, obviously, and she just does what she's told.
Tal will sit, but we'll sit right next to Ignacy. Tal's gonna sit next to Ignacy so that Tal is also directly across from Hideaki.
Love this so
Amazing.
much.
So what is
Well-
so important that you came to see us? Why isn't convergence
Convergence now.
Conversance.
conversant? It's early.
Can I pour you some coffee?
Yes.
Yeah, he just points out a fucking.
They did a very successful ritual yesterday and saved part of the town.
Oh. Well, I'm excited to hear more about that when the news eventually filters in.
Sure.
I'm sure everyone will be so proud. So, I've noticed, as you know, Ark, I work often in the makerspace here, and work with alchemical regions frequently.
Yes, you helped me with my scrolls.
Exactly. Well, I am not one if not meticulous with my notes. And at first I thought, well, maybe I needed an extra bit of sleep because things were acting a little strange and my regular formulae were not behaving correctly. So I did some more experiments and I noticed a pattern, or rather a lack of a pattern. So I bring to you, and he kind of opens up his bag and takes a couple of like different like beakers and like bags of different like things, and he goes, unstable alchemical regents have infiltrated our school.
What?
I would
Okay.
like to know why. Before someone gets hurt, of course.
Sure.
And you can't figure it out.
Well, I am here to learn and figure it out with you.
Sure. I think that's the right decision.
You see him smile, and the rest of you can notice it's like a slight more genuine smile than you've seen so far.
Tao looks at that, looks towards Hideaki, raises an eyebrow.
And he kind of looks like he's processing something. So, is this when did you discover this? Is this recent?
Recent, yes. At first it was... Excuse me. At first it was just one scroll ink that didn't take. Another time it became more and more frequent, which made me more curious. And I believe it's... There's a thread here to unravel, and I'm not sure where it comes from, but I do know that Zokon supplies all alchemical regions to the school's makerspace. I figured
see.
perhaps we could start there, if, of course, that is what you all deem best. I'm here to learn and observe.
Well, I was about to ask you what your initial hypothesis would be before you came over. So I think that makes sense to start, because if the belief is that there's infiltration, start with where, I guess, for lack of a better term, it begins. And then, maybe there's manifests, or locations that we could take a look at from there.
Have you talked to any of the other students who might be having issues? Like Chizire, I'm sure would be using a lot of the same or similar
I
types
did,
of ingredients.
actually, yes. He's experienced similar sometimes the results are better. Other times the results implode on
I see.
themselves. So Chiziro noticed this as well. Apparently, well, he said he was aware and that he didn't care.
That sounds about right.
But then it was probably going better.
Do you think that it could possibly be that the reagents aren't bad, but any magical crafting is bad because of part of the magic in the air?
I was not able to identify any similar reactions with any other forms of magic or spell work.
Have you crafted anything from not using Zokon?
That was my next question too.
I have some of my personal stash. I haven't had any issues with it. But I
There you
haven't
go.
been shopping recently.
Sure. If you haven't had any issues, that sounds like Zokon would be the right place to start then.
Yeah.
Excellent. And you won't mind if I take some notes? You see him open up his book.
Of course.
Sure. Wonderful. And you see him write down. And like, if you do, Tal, you'd see this and you see the words like Zokon, first, like he's doing like, as if this was an investigation, he's, whatever conclusions you all draw, he is writing them down, and some of the logic steps that you take. Narrow down options.
Ark will weirdly ask not to be quoted unless the quote is ran by him. Like, don't say Ark said this word for word, basically.
Understood.
I'm sorry, I just have to laugh because Kitty put in the chat, Ignacy opens his death note.
That sounds about right. Oh, amazing.
Tal,
Yes.
as you watch him write, you see the ink disappear after he's slowly it like fades from the page.
Can I ask Tal to make a perception check?
Yes. Tal, make it, do it.
Wild.
Us asking each other for rolls.
What's the DC?
I can't tell you.
You can always use a hero point after you learn if you succeed or fail.
Oh.
That's the rule.
How does 23 sound?
23 is pretty good. As you see Ignacio open the book, you see Hideaki's eyes like land on the book, and then try to like flutter as if he's trying not to look at the book.
Tal, who was sitting next to Ignacy, doesn't like do a full lean into, hey, what you doing there, but does a little bit of a curiosity piqued lean, because that was interesting. Catches that from Hideaki for 2 seconds, and then goes back and says, how do you make it do that? The ink, how do you make it disappear like that?
Oh, I custom make it myself. But don't worry. Ark has taken a look through this book himself. Is that right?
Oh.
Bug out eyes.
Yes.
There's nothing untoward. I promise.
All of our names are in it, but it's not bad.
Ignacy, I
been
want
having-
to ask, which I assume the answer is no, but ask anyway. This isn't an error on your part in the execution, correct? I assume not, but I have, because otherwise you wouldn't have come here, but I have to ask anyway.
He puts like a hand on his chest and he's like, oh, I'm hurt. No, I'm joking. I tested it thoroughly, and I think that's a very valid question. You must knock off all the options, right?
Correct.
Goes right back down to writing some notes. And you can't help but feel just a little bit judged.
Look, introspection into Arafe. I think I've shared this before. Not a fan of Ignacy on the greatest part. Doesn't know why. But Ignacy rubs her the wrong way. She's the only person in the school she may say she doesn't like.
Yeah, fair. I love this.
So yeah, automatically like, dude, what the hell?
So, kind of closes his book to Zokon's.
Yeah.
Probably.
I
See
need
where he
to
gets it from?
go change clothes really fast because I'm still in like everything from yesterday. So I'll be right back.
It's like 10 o'clock.
We've been eating breakfast and talking a bunch of stuff.
We're not
trying
going
to
to
leave,
class
though.
again today.
He closes his bedroom door.
Let me interrupt you real quick.
Go ahead.
I think when he closes his bedroom door, Ark is going to pull his mask up in front of his face and kind of like look at it.
The front of it, right?
Yeah, like look at the mirror.
Although the
The mirrored
reflective
side?
part,
Yeah. And then he's just gonna put it back down on his belt. He's got this like
you all
partially confused look on his face.
notice this. He's checking. He's checking his runes. Progress. We'll take it.
Love it.
I think that the just an aside, I think, comment to Ark, maybe while Hideaki is changing and we like disperse and or mingle a little bit elsewhere. Tao will say, "Did you see anything interesting in your reflection?"
No. I was seeing if I saw what y'all said, but I did not. No gold rune.
Would you like us to tell you if it pops up?
Sure. Yes.
We can do that. Ignacy's just in here and we're like over here chatting really quietly.
Oh, he's like listening, like, but he's just sitting there politely.
Do you always get the reagents from Zocon?
The school does. I bring my own when I need specialty, but if it's here, then that makes it cheaper for me. And there's always had a history of being solid. I mean, this is the premier magic school. It should have premier ingredients, and I'm sure the school has standards.
So I guess once Hideaki's back, we should go check with Zocon and see where he usually gets them from and if that's changed.
Of course.
Sure.
Hideaki, let's go!
Mid-changing, Ignacy receives a message.
God.
The fact that Hideaki is the only one who can do this, by the way, is also absolutely perfect and wild.
I'm naked.
I love it.
Will you help me?
My pants
I'm
are
stuck.
down.
Seem to have a wardrobe malfunction, please.
I can't get my zipper. Please help.
Would you get the back of my dress, please?
Oh my god, you guys are the fucking worst.
What do you mean that wasn't what you
Are
said?
the best, are the best, are the best, are the best.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes. You sent a message to Ignacy, please.
It says, I think I still owe you an apology. Are we okay?
You all see Ignacy like just shift. You might not think anything of it. There's like a pause. Just as I'm pretty sure this is not like D&D message. Message requires sight. So this could be something you do as you step out. It's a little bit, all spells, unless otherwise specified, require sight on the target. It's one of those odd Pathfinder2e things, which has really always bothered me because with message, it was always like, if you're around a corner, then I can't message you.
Yep.
What's the point?
Hideaki is mid-dressed in his room looking through the peephole.
I kind
Looking through the
of
keyhole.
like that better. I kind of like that better. Honestly, it sounds ridiculous.
He like peeks out. You see Ignacy turn and shift and like make eye contact with you, Hideaki. And like, there's a pause in your head, like he's looking at me, but he's not answering me. What does that mean? Finally, you see him sigh. I suppose I overreacted as well. We're fine.
And as he like finishes opening the door, and kind of you see like the edge of a nod, and he walks out.
Are you talking to yourself?
R2, I talk to myself a lot.
He was actually talking to Ignacy, but that's
That's
legit.
That's even
I don't think
funnier.
it would,
I'm pretty sure you have to move your mouth.
It's
and still
verbal.
Whisper the words.
Yeah, you do.
you have to
yeah.
mouth it. Oh my god. Okay, y'all, you are getting it. No. I'm gonna pre-warn everybody. You're getting into the biggest pet peeve of mine. So I will give
I'm
me 1
sorry.
second. No, I just remember this even from my D&D
Yeah.
days. This was always just a pet peeve of mine.
Sure.
Okay.
But Ark would be
Here's-
staring at Ignacy's lips, so.
Yes, I will let this. Don't worry. I mean,
Well,
I'm taking that as canon. That's I ship it, so it's fine. But I will say this. Okay, yes, it has a verbal component to cast the spell. Okay.
Oh,
Now.
I see. Okay.
Now, the description of the spell, and I'm doing this very specifically. Y'all can disagree. Anyone get in the comments, as Brennan says. Get in the comments.
Get in the comments.
But for once, this is the first time it's come up when I'm in the GM seat, so I get to
trust
make
you.
my call.
Yeah, you do. It's your call, dude. I got you, GM Badass. Let's go.
You mouth words quietly, but instead of coming out of your mouth, they're transferred directly to the ears of the target. So you're going to mouth words, but there is not going to be sound. It is not a whisper.
But
so you are going to mouth.
Lips move.
Yep, you are absolutely going to move.
Can you lip read?
That's what I was playing off of. Ark doesn't know what he said.
I will.
But Ark saw the lips move and he was like, "Are you talking to yourself?"
Totally.
Yes, I'm going. Like, I'm fine with this roleplay. I'm fine with everything. That it's just. I want this detailed because.
So when I pick up message later, I can cast it around a corner and I don't have to mouth the words. Understood?
Yeah. You can do it.
Good. Glad you picked up all that.
I, just in case it wasn't heard, because I know we're having a good time here. I reckon what I said then in that case, because that doesn't make sense.
Oh, you're fine.
You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah. No, it's all good. And I'm heated, but I'm not mad at anybody. This is just how I'm passionate.
Have you met you?
Have I met me? So
I'm not heated. I just want to start a fire. Okay.
I just want to burn things.
Fireball.
So you Ark say that to Ignacy, and Ignacy looks at you and goes,
Well, your lips were moving. I didn't know if you were mumbling to yourself.
Oh, perhaps. Gives you a smile.
Okay.
Shall we? As Hideaki steps out, he stands up.
I'm excited to we were Arafe, we were just talking about going to school. We're not going to school, are we?
We're not going to school.
Yep. All right. He starts walking towards the door.
All right.
We really need to go to class one of these days.
We don't need classes. We're conversants.
Tell that to Jonatimo, and he opens the door.
So you head on over to the powder pile, Zokan's little station here on campus. You're familiar with this place. You go here all the time to get your, well, honestly, I feel like to an extent you've gone here a little less because Benji,
Benji works here now.
She does work here. I think, actually, though, Zokan wouldn't, he doesn't like it when you all don't pick up. He's very particular, if you remember, Zokan.
I remember.
So Benji did do that one time where you hadn't picked it up for a while, but afterwards, kind of really sheepishly asked you at some point, but please, if you could go yourself. It became one of those things. So you do come here occasionally, pick up your stipend and everything. So as you go there, though, you open the door and you actually see Benji standing on the little stool that Zokan typically occupies, kind of bouncing up and down on her heels as she just waits for somebody, not doing much. And then the door opens and you see her go, "Oh, welcome to the Hi. Hello. Welcome to the powder pile. How can I help you?"
We were actually looking for Zokan. We had some questions specifically for him. Is he out today?
No, he's here. He's doing inventory. I will go get him. Please wait patiently. You can use those 2 chairs, and please don't touch anything. I'll be right back.
Cal
and then you see her kind of
look at all the shelves.
Arafe is going to just kind of go over to Hideaki and go, "There's only 2 chairs. Maybe you'll have to sit on Ignacy's lap."
What?
And then she'll just keep looking through the shelves.
I was gonna stand. I was planning on standing. We've been sitting all day.
Is everything okay?
It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. It's fine.
Benji waffles back and forth for a second about what do I leave this room, but Zokan doesn't like it when I leave it unattended, and then she ends up standing in the doorway half and half and just calls in, "So Zokan, Students, here for you. There's like a pause. Eventually, Zokan comes out. You see his little kind of copper kobold self come out, shuffle out. Oh, do I remember his voice?
We don't. So it's not a
Brandon,
big
where's
deal.
Brandon?
Great.
Where's Brandon?
Turn him
Brandon, are
into
you
Boston.
Suddenly.
Brooklyn. He's the new
Brookline.
Is the new Brooklyn.
Oh, hello. Welcome, students. Yes, I see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello. How can I help?
I'm sorry, I'm dying because he's so much nicer than I remember. Oh,
Hey, people can change.
I know for sure.
He's
I'm
he's
dying.
having a good
Harrowing.
day.
It's classic. It's
Yeah.
He
classic.
was never mean. He was just particular.
Yeah.
He was
my
like
God,
kind
I'm
of
so
a
happy.
grump, like granddad kind of grump, but he's
Yeah,
having having
yeah.
a good day, so it's okay.
You know what? You're allowed to have a good
All
day.
right,
Zion.
fine.
Yeah.
Then I'll be
Anyway.
meaner. Whatever.
Yep,
It's hard to
whatever.
go from. It's
I-
also really hard to go from
Benji.
Benji's
Yeah.
voice to
Yeah,
something else.
totally. I get that.
You got to get Benji to Zokan by way of Ignacy.
Yeah, right.
Well, see,
You
Zokan went to Tanya, and so he's been to the
Yeah.
therapist.
Ah,
Is it Tanya? I didn't think it was Tanya. I thought
It was.
Allison.
I think it was Tanya.
Allison
I don't
or
remember.
something.
No,
Anyway.
wasn't it
Brittany.
Emily? Because that's
Jenna.
the name.
Emily.
Okay.
It was Emily.
Emily,
Yes.
right? It's. I mean, I almost said something really
Anyways,
rude. Anyway,
yes,
We
welcome. How
are
can I help?
special kind of weird today.
dude, for real.
Have,
What do you
Oh
need?
my
have your
goodness.
regents been bad recently?
My regents? Which one?
All.
Ignacy kind of steps up. Actually, no. Specifically these, and he kind of presents the same set, and it's like the same kind of material in different forms. Like there's a powder, there's like a little bit of like a crystally rock, and there's like other stuff. I've narrowed it down to this, I believe.
Can I tell what it is just by looking at it?
It's an alchemical regent. Like I don't know what to tell you exactly.
I have high craft. I'm just kidding.
I mean, you can make me a crafting check if you wish to like sample it, take a look at it, and really investigate it. Like he has a couple of them, so you could take one throughout this conversation and investigate it a little bit more.
All right, I rolled really bad, so Art probably just like tries to glance at it. By really bad, I mean a 17. But Art tries to like that's a natural 4. Art tries to like glance at it while they're in Ignacy's hands, but it's not willing to like reach over and take it, and just doesn't notice it on like first glance.
Sure. So Zokan's just like that one. What do you mean?
Well, sometimes things go well. Sometimes things go better than well, and sometimes things explode. So I guess maybe we should start with, from a supply chain perspective.
Is it dangerous to the students?
He points at Ignacy.
Ignacy's like, it could be. If it is dangerous, yes. It's not good.
So, where do these come in from? Is there like a supply chain handoff vendor type situation?
Have
Did you
gotten them
change
from
it
someone
recently?
new lately?
Kind of raises one finger, and you see him step off the stool and scurry back, and you hear like, and this is something you're so familiar with, of like the scraping of a chest or something,
Totally,
and moving
yep.
and clinking of stuff. Finally, he comes back with the help of Benji, so it's like the two of them carrying either side of this like hefty crate, which
Do
they
you need
come
help?
back up. Nope, students must stay on that side of the counter. And comes back, and then together, very awkwardly, they like place it on the counter. This is the recent shipment of stock of that. Well, as you already know, I keep the students stocked with the best alchemicals and magical powders I can get, and I'm always looking to do it in a thrifty way, as I can. I work with many different suppliers in and around Natambu, but I mean, quality items are good, but quality items at a low price are even better. And you see him like really happy. That said, I just got a shipment in from Bamidale, an old friend and a longtime supplier. the deal was really good. I actually think it was too good. Now that you
just
say
about
this,
to
it's cheaper than I've ever gotten alchemical powders from him before.
Just because Star can't hear correctly, what was the name of that person?
Bamidele. Bamidele.
I thought it was Bamazil, but that's my has-been hotel mind talking.
Bam,
probably.
lamb.
Now, if this is as serious as you say, and experiments are going wrong, then I'm going to need to recall every bit of it. Benji! And Benji just, like, kind of goes, like, yeah. And he just starts instructing her to, like, go to each of the classrooms that these things are stored in and to start recalling this product elsewhere. Well, if it's as dangerous as you say, will you be looking into it?
Yes.
That's why we're here.
Excellent.
But because Ignacy wants us to, not you.
I
As
don't
long
know-
as the... Well, excellent. Then I don't have to pay you.
Great.
True.
Correct.
So in that case, where would we find this Bamidele?
Well, he has a stall in the trading bazaar. He's the hard to miss. Just look for loud colors and an even louder laugh.
All right. Sounds good. Well, actually, question. He flips around, showing off his robes. Louder than these, or like less loud? Like pointing at his robe colors.
Not those exact colors, but if you yes, similar.
All right. Shouldn't be hard to find then.
What ancestry? Goodness gracious. You
Damn, bro.
Oh,
that
yes.
that sounded
Oh, man.
awful, bud.
what ancestry is he?
Flips. Human.
That was unexpected, actually, considering everything we've seen lately.
And pronouns.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
We'll let you know if we find anything, though, just for you to know.
By the way, considering, because this is someone that you've been decently close with a while, do you know the next connection point down the line past Bamidele?
He supplies me, and I supply the school.
Sure, makes sense. I just thought I would get a leg up on the situation, if possible.
Has he given supplies to you before?
Yes, we have a long-standing relationship.
Okay.
That's what makes it suspect that you got it cheaper than you ever have.
And what would you like me to do with the stockpile that we currently have? I will keep it
Maybe
secure,
have it-
but should it be destroyed, or would you wish to keep it?
Maybe
For
we take a
your
couple of
investigation.
samples with us?
Well, you have some, and I would like to make sure that my inventory stays accurate.
Well, in that case...
I think just making sure that it's definitely secured so it doesn't mix with anything else. I don't think anything terrible has happened yet, and I'll look over to Ignacy. Right?
Has anything happened when it was just sitting, or was it only during crafting?
It's an additive, meaning on its own it won't do much, but
Okay.
from what I've investigated, it's highly potent, and alone it should be fine.
Okay, so it's not like reacting with the air or anything.
But nothing
No, I think other chemicals
bad.
would do it.
But nothing bad has happened yet, right, Ignacy?
A few mixtures have gone wrong, and
But
little
nothing bad has happened, has it, Ignacy?
minute explosions.
Perception check on that bitch.
Yes, please. This asshole not talking around a direct question.
Yeah, that's a Hideaki move,
that
okay?
Me.
What'd you say?
11.
27.
27.
Jesus.
He's not saying it's quite clear, but I will say for the 27 as Arafe, like,
Yes, you
like
didn't notice you don't have eyebrows anymore.
you do
Those are
see, so
painful.
like basically you're like staring into him and you've been the one that's been like not impressed face the entire time with him. So as you sort of lean in and not catching this bullshit, he goes, "Fine, minute burns," and he like rolls up, like he pushes up a sleeve and you see a little bit of burn marks on his arm.
Oh, goodness.
Oh.
It doesn't matter. It was informative, and that's what matters.
It looks fine to
Would
me.
you
Exactly.
like
It looked like
help
it hurt
with
for
that?
me.
No, it's all right.
Are you sure? It's
Yes,
no
thank you.
problem.
So to Bamadil then, in the trading bazaar.
I'll just like, so, as an aside to Zokon, just keep them locked up somewhere so that people don't hurt themselves.
Absolutely.
Shouldn't we destroy them?
I think it's
I don't
a good
think that's up
idea
to us.
for later,
Yeah.
possibly. We could need them for some reason. There's no need to destroy them too early if we're not going to be worried about them being used.
Strategic grenades. Got it. All right.
Okay.
Not what I thought, but okay. I mean, all ideas are
I'm
good.
being kind of sarcastic. Okay.
It's
And,
stuff
I am
in here.
tired.
I will wait
I've had
for
a
you
lot
outside.
going on.
And he'll motion for them to head out.
All right.
Thank you, Zokon.
So you head back out into the. I am not answering that so that I don't have to find the voice again.
No, that's fine.
Really
That's
the only
fine.
reason.
All good. All good.
I don't
Um,
anticipate you always having to respond to her saying goodbye.
I made myself laugh. I was like, you could just say it, but you don't want to find it. Never mind.
I love
Alright.
it. I respect it. You're just like,
So
That's not-
he's already
Thumbs
back.
up.
He's already
Yeah,
going back
right.
to work. It's great.
Like,
I assume
yeah.
Benji gives me a wave and we're good to go.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, wave it out.
Benji has like ran out already and is doing her
Yeah,
task.
yeah.
So we head into the city with Ignacy in tow. So easily, you are, I'm going to say at this point, far more adept at the city than you were when you first came, and you have enough connections that the trading bazaar, which, as you know, moves around the city,
I'm good at finding people. and places
is
and
easy
things.
enough for you to locate this time. You've figured it out. And so you go off to find this. Unless anybody wants, I will say soon enough you're able to locate the stall in question. You take your time, you go through the city.
Yeah.
Are we good to kind of pick up from here?
I will simply say, for the sake of brevity, I tell Ignacy everything that we've been up to since we've been conversants. Absolutely fucking everything.
Everything?
Everything that I know. Mm-hmm. All of it. Except
Dead people included?
Except dead people included, yes. And with the exception, that was incredible. I'm so sorry, Waffles.
cute.
That was it. I'm so sorry. Everybody's out of here. I'm so sorry,
They
buddy.
sound like they hurt.
They do sound like they
They
hurt.
sound so
Yeah.
rough.
The only
The
exception,
timing was just great.
it was great. The only exception I'll make is our fight after the ritual.
Okay.
That was
Which
the only-
one?
Yeah.
Yes.
After the
Yes.
ritual.
The ritual.
So Ark gets a bad case of the hiccups and has stepped away from the market.
Art comes back, immediately rages.
Yeah.
I feel that my
He is
rib
archetyped
cage.
into
Right.
barbarian.
Yeah, and it's definitely red now, and red and blinking now for sure. Poor guy.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. So he listens and even asks some questions, and it's just like, oh, but he's very like, he doesn't react emotively. He does raise an eyebrow at the whole. He seems more interested specifically in like the going-ons of frog legs. Now let me ask you a very, very specific question. Do you
Sure.
say frog legs?
I do.
You give him that name.
I do.
So you reach the stall and you see indeed a loud, very busy stall actually. The man himself, he has a boisterous laugh that you hear before you see the stall that helps you kind of echolocate this stall. You see exactly what Zircon was talking about. And then almost in contrast, you see he's very tall, easy enough to spot, and despite his bright colors of dress, his big smile, his stall is not as such. It's like it's very fastidiously like organized and understated, but you see that there is quite a crowd around him, and you hear him go, yes, yes, one at a time, of course, and yes, yes, ma'am, and like, you know, he's going over and starting to sort of like, he's just trying to handle it all, and from what you can catch of the stall itself, he sells all forms of like alchemical powders, and just watching for a hot second, you see that most seem to be here for that same kind of like blue regent powder.
So, what did this? Because we're talking to them, right? Just making sure I understand the situation.
You have not like approached.
Yeah. Okay.
We'd
Cool.
be talking to like Ignacy right now, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll approach.
There's a throng, like there's a crowd there.
I see.
I'm small. I would like to try to approach. Before I
Sure,
do
sure.
that, though,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look to Arafe and say, "Can I borrow some gold?
How much?
A handful."
How much do I have? Where is this details? Where is
a
this?
handful of
Here, there we go.
platinum.
I will hand Tal 3 gold
Ark will give you
because
18.
I don't have that much. Okay.
18.
Does Ark actually give me 18 gold?
Yeah. He gives you a pouch that he like throws a pouch in your hand and it's all his gold. He has a pouch separate for gold, silver, and copper. But he has 18 gold.
Oh. This will work, I guess. And Tal, holding loose coins in one hand and a bag in the other, is just gonna sheepishly hand the gold back to Arafe. Thank you for offering.
That's fine.
He looks at his mask again.
I'm going to.
You're still good.
I'm going to go. Is it okay if I'm going to go talk to him? Because I think that I can get a little bit of. I might be able to get a little bit out of him being small and unassuming.
And with money?
Well, maybe.
Okay, sure. Go for it.
Preparing
so
for
you-
alternatives and kind of just like shakes it a little bit before putting it away before anybody sees and tries to grab it.
You just like, you can wait in line, trying to like go up there, or are you kind of like pushing your way through?
I'm trying to kindly push my way not to the front of the line, but to the stall table, so I can get a better look and be closer to where he is.
Yeah, like a person at the bar trying to get the bartender's attention.
Yeah. But not in a
So-
like, I want to be first in line, even though I want to be first in line.
I'm gonna pretend that I don't. You can see very clearly that he's like a little overwhelmed with the amount of business. And so he's like trying to keep things right, and he's just like, oh, you said 2 ounces? No, three. Okay, no, you wanted this. Okay, right, of course. And like trying to do all of this, and he's doing his best. And I don't like that voice, and I'm gonna try to do a different voice.
Okay.
I'm in a space today. And
Can you remind me, the pronunciation of the name is Bamadel?
Bamadel?
Bamadel.
Yeah.
Right, because I made the right.
While
Yep.
this is happening, can Ark... What would Ark do? Can Ark attempt to come up with the, like past Hal, as if we don't know each other, because this guy has no clue that we're a party.
Sure.
And he wants to offer to help Bamidil. He basically says, I know my reagents and I could use a coin or two. Could I help keep numbers straight?
Oh. Listen, I appreciate it. I just don't know you. And
Ark will approximate all of the reagents that he has. And like
he's already kind of like turned away
Okay.
though, and is like trying to do something else. And you can still do this, but it's like he's the kind of person that his attention is being pulled 5 ways at all points right now, and it's a little much. But he does eventually kind of turn back. Oh, I didn't see you there. Hey, to you, Tal. How can I help you?
Well, I am a little bit new, and I just noticed there was a large crowd around here, and I wanted to know what sort of things that you are selling. And I see that there's some powders and the like, and just wanted to see if it would be something that I would be interested in buying.
Oh yes, I am an alchemist, and this is, well, we have many things here for you. What are you interested in making?
A little bit of everything. I'm kind of interested in this one, and we'll point to exactly the one that is the
You
powder.
have a fine eye. This here is selling like hotcakes. Have a very special price, and they are quite popular. Of course, and this is just an additive. It can make all sorts of things more potent. I would recommend using it for I find it. Hold on. Where did it go?
For and
Rubber.
It can enhance many chemicals that it's mixed with. You can make things from potions to food if you so choose. It's very versatile.
Why is it so popular?
This just seems to have some extra kick to it. They have such a remarkable effect, and I think the word is spreading. They add extra flavor as a spice, extra power if you need a cleanser, extra kick to literally any elixir. I don't have any specifics on the exact effects, just that it's just a very powerful enhancer.
You must have stumbled on a very potent concoction in your alchemical musings.
He gives this like big belly laugh, and he goes, I don't know how they make something so good so cheaply, but I pass the savings on to my customers, and that is even better. But I used to be more of an alchemist myself. Now I'm mostly a trader, and I get my supplies. This is not of my own concoction.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. As I said, I'm not really from around here, but if I wanted to keep my eye out for someone who's maybe supplying like things like this while I'm out and about, obviously I would want to support a local business if I was here. But where might I look for someone similar to your supplier, or whoever gave you this fantastic thing?
Are you looking to get into the market yourself?
Okay, you've got me. Yes.
Well, make me a diplomacy check.
I was hoping to bullshit my way through this whole entire thing without you telling me to roll a die.
Can
Here we are.
can Ark attempt to help?
Yes.
He's trying his best. Ark is going to. Could I have hidden my Magaambya beads prior to this, or like while
Yes.
standing behind him since he's not noticing me?
I would have done that too, by the way.
So
No.
I think we have like 3
you
of them.
no
so-
longer are required to carry those beads after you are no
Okay.
longer initiates.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
So
great.
you said
Yep.
Tal would have hidden their beads.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they
If
would
you
have
still
been.
wear them, you can.
Yeah, the beads at this point would have been disassembled from whatever configuration they were in, and they are now just elsewhere, like mixed in
all
with
over
all
the
of the
ensemble.
everything. Yeah.
I have a question.
Let me. Do you want to finish that though, real quick? You were saying something, Waffles, right?
Yeah, Tal not wearing their beads kind of ruined what Ark was gonna do, so I'm not gonna aid it anymore.
Okay.
Oh, dick.
How many feet away is Tao?
From you?
From you?
Yes.
How far away do you want to be? 10
Well,
feet?
I'm at
5
the
feet?
stall, so it's however.
Yeah,
far
no, like
away.
Hideaki is like.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I was thinking about like the line that we were in ish. So
If you're in line, yeah. Like, I mean, you could be 5 feet from her. It's not a
okay.
big deal.
I could be a little further away because I'm gonna sort of. There's anyone that's behind him see his left hand sort of flip and twitch, and there's this like quick like pulse of starlight, and he casts guidance on you.
Ah.
If you didn't know, I was gonna.
Ah, look at
Nice.
that.
Yeah.
This is
Lava
diplomacy?
Yeah.
And if I reroll, I have to take the second one.
Yes.
but-
Do you want it to be a performance check instead?
But you can find out
They are
if you
the
succeed
same.
or fail.
Yes. Okay, I want to make sure that I don't have some hidden feat somewhere that gives me something extra. Hold on 2 seconds.
That's how I found out I
That's
cast,
for
I cast
gathering,
guidance.
right? As we're gathering information, that's not quite what this is, so I don't think I do. Okay, so my total with the guidance would be 23.
Okay. It was to determine if he was like saying like feeling threatened by
Oh, I see,
you or not.
Yeah.
So he smiles and because he sees a young cat folk, and he just goes, "I get them from Abeo the Calm, I call him." He says, "I called them because they're just so serious all the time." He meets me here for supplies, but I haven't seen them in some time.
Oh.
Which, by the way, is a problem because I am nearly sold out.
When was the last time that you saw them?
It's been a week or so.
Mm.
But they come when, they come here and resupply me. They seem to be pretty prompt.
Okay. Well, while I'm around town, I mean, I'll keep an eye out while I'm here, and if I see them, maybe I'll pass along that you're waiting for another supply. But while
lovely. Thank you.
I'm here, Tal is not gonna buy the funky dunky one. Oh no, I lied. Tal is gonna buy that one, but is also going to. Is it just like reagent powders and that kind of thing, or are there
Most
other
things you can-
things?
It's all alchemical things. Like an alchemist's shop. Supply
Okay.
shop.
Okay. I can't think off the top of my head what Tao would
That's
get.
fine.
So I guess Tao would
You
end
get
up.
something, though?
I will buy something. Tao wants to like secretly make something for everybody, but doesn't. I don't know what Tao would make.
Sure.
So I have no idea
We
what
can
to ask you.
You can
Okay.
look at stuff
Yes.
and we'll come back to it. Yeah.
So
just
I would
Grab
get-
some
I would-
stuff, give it to Shazira, and say, "Fix it."
Yes, I would get.
make it happen.
I would get one of the things that I was like, I absolutely need to get one of these.
Yeah.
One of the fungy things, and then fill in the blank later here of things that I want to make with Shazira for everyone.
Perfect. Okay, so and then you're stepping away?
Yes.
Okay.
How much?
Anybody else
arbitrary
doing
gold
anything
do I
with-
need to give you?
When you tell me what you want, we'll figure it out.
That makes sense.
Yeah. We'll figure out how much Ark does not have later.
If it's 5 or less, I don't use any of Ark's gold.
I sat back down right when you, I think, asked, "What is everyone?"
Yeah,
doing? Is that
so
right?
at this point, Tal went up. Ark is by them, by the stall. You two, I'm assuming Airfei and Hideaki are kind of hanging back from the stall. So a couple of things. You know this is dangerous. or can be dangerous. Ignacy is hanging out with you all in the back as well. And I think as Tal like buys some things and turns away, Ignacy kind of turns to the two of you and goes, "Are you planning on stopping the sales of the dangerous regent? Or
That's kind of the question that was on my mind.
Actually, while Tal was talking to people, was up there talking, Arafay was going to start walking through the crowd and seeing if she could hear anybody complaining about the stuff they've bought from him in the past or anything, to see if there's anyone who's disgruntled. I just didn't want to interrupt what was happening.
yeah. You make me a perception check, and then Ark, you're doing something?
Ark wants to if nothing else is gonna happen.
Okay.
Got it.
I'm assuming not. I got an 18.
Everyone seems to be excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
To answer Ignacy's question, like there's a bit of a exasperation in Hideaki's voice. But I don't want to make them look bad. They don't know, I assume. So maybe we should get an idea of who's purchased so far and sort of try to have a bunch of different conversations at the same time. Oh, this sucks.
You see him kind of like hand wave at the crowd. I'm pretty sure this stall has been open since 6 a.m. and it is not the first day in which he's selling this good.
You're right.
It is out there. I don't think it's going to be something that we can get back all of.
It's true.
Arafay will. Also, she made her way back too.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm making my way back as well.
We may want, if we assume he's not doing this on purpose, we may want to warn him so that he can make the decision to stop the sale.
I think that's the right move too.
And if he won't stop the sale, we can be very loud about the problem.
So, we could also go to someone who's actually, this is their realm, to Aya.
The person who runs this.
Aya.
No, you are not at Sharo something
Sports.
exports.
We're at a different.
Yeah.
You are at the moving bazaar, the trading bazaar.
Yep.
Right, but that's, I see.
Two different.
Different.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
I understand.
No, that's fine.
Just
but real
kidding.
quick, Ark was going to do something if nobody else was doing anything. Right. So what do you do, Ark?
Yeah, I think with this amount of time passing and for sake of fun roleplay, Ark would at this point, not being able to help the guy, therefore not being able to talk to him discreetly like you wanted to, will bullhorn.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming.
Yes.
Point his face up into the air and say, "This blue reagent is very dangerous. I suggest you get your money back."
I feel like the rest of us are talking, and someone's like,
Tal
Well,
covers their ears.
Ignacy looks over, and you see this like genuine laughter, like break. Like he goes into like a grin and like pulls out a book and is just starts writing.
That's one way to address it, I suppose.
it's very
Yeah.
effective.
I want to I want to look around. Is anybody giving it any mind?
What's the crowd
Is
doing?
anybody?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
anybody actually
So-
taking it seriously?
There's a lot of like confusion and some chatters breaking out, and Bamadel is like turns around and is just like, excuse me.
I am an
What do you-
expert in crafting from the Magaambya.
What do you mean it's dangerous? This is the first I'm hearing of it. What's going on?
Damn it, Ark.
maybe, and so he like Hideaki like pops into. As a matter of fact, we just discovered this incident just recently, as in.
You said you're from the Magaambya?
Tal is
Yeah.
trying to not be
Yep,
seen as part
100%.
of this
Yeah,
group.
totally,
He's gonna take this
totally.
moment with the bullhorn and
Fuck
everything
off.
to just
Yep,
like,
bye.
plump.
Yep, I'm out.
I'm over
This
there
shit,
now.
I'm out. Yes, that's true. We had some a few not unsavory, but a few after effects and a little bit of minor explosions in regards to this particular regent here, and we're investigating and trying to figure out where the road's going to take us to stop this from hurting people?
Ignacy steps forward as well and is like, we're here on behalf of Zokon, who sent us to make sure that the supply is not going to continue doing any more harm. And you see Bamadel's like demeanor shift. Oh, Zokon? Ah. And it's like you watch her like very, very tactfully, like Ignacy very purposefully like did a name drop to, and you just see, for those of you who would notice, I will let anybody not notice this, but for those that see diplomacy as an art form and can see how he handles it, it is very impressive. He steps forward and gets his attention and has like a calming, like he does it all, and he just does it very, very artfully. I would never sell Zokon or any of the students anything I felt was unsafe. You're saying this has caused issues?
So you will give money back and take all your supply back.
Well, this is my livelihood. I don't know that I can... I mean, perhaps in the immediate, kind of like waves at some of the crowd, which is now kind of given some space for this conversation to happen. Are you sure?
Hark will look at Ignacy.
What about you, Hideo?
It's kind of like a... It kind of looks around at the crowd as it's dispersing or reacting in whatever way. It's kind of like a tidal wave. You kind of can't really stop it once it's, hit the shores, right? So we can only sort of protect what we can. So yeah, I think we're pretty sure. So we're just trying to follow the supply chain and see if we can prevent anything from happening worse.
I understand. No, and you see he's like a little conflicted, but you see him like doing his little mental gymnastics, and he's looking around and he goes, I don't like the idea of losing business, but I like the thought of inadvertently hurting people even less.
How much do they typically go for?
Depends on the amount, but I usually do insert amount that makes sense
Yeah,
here.
are you going
That
to
is
pay
for
off
a
someone
relatively
else's
cheap
debt?
price.
I usually do 3 copper instead of 1 silver.
Yeah,
Do I
something like
have-
that. Like it's a very good price. But
Mhm.
if you're looking for the supply chain, is what
Yep.
is
We're hoping to follow it up, yes.
actually I starts looking around for Tal.
That's really funny.
I just mentioned it to. Does he see you? Like, are you stealthing? What's going on?
Around, but I'm just trying to like. I
Okay,
purchased
fair.
this thing. I was going at diplomacy a different way.
Right, right.
And now I feel sheepish.
So, I mean, not immediately like being able to clock you.
Mhm.
I was just talking about it to young catfolk.
Sure.
They, their name is Abeo.
Okay. Abeo. Right.
They come here usually to restock. I wouldn't know where to find them.
I see. Are they supposed to be around soon?
Well, it's been a bit and I'm running low, so I would imagine they'll show in the next few days.
I see.
Do you know how to get in touch with them?
Yeah, in case of emergencies.
They
and
come
stuff.
here. They've been very consistent and I've never really had to reach out to them.
What do they look like?
Fairer skin.
Verify points
Longer-
herself like me fair skin? Or like, and then points to, I suppose no one else here has light skin. Never mind. Points to Ignacy. Like that light skin.
He like politely like nods at Ignacy.
Mm.
And longer hair. The skinnier type.
Okay.
Sticks, honestly. I always joke and tell them that they need to, come over for a meal, but they never do.
Human?
Yes.
And Airfay, I think you asked Hideaki a question, I think, and I wasn't sure if that was Star or Airfay. I think it was Airfay. It was about like, are you about to pay him? I think is what it was.
Oh, no, that was a Star making fun of Hideaki's choices in life.
Great, because
Yeah.
you do see him like reach for his pouch.
She expects it.
Well, if you are sure, then I will do the right thing, and I'll close up at least the sales of this product for now.
How much
Always
are you?
better to be known as a merchant who takes care of their patrons.
Of course, and I will.
Mhm.
I understand. Fine.
Thank you. I know it's not an easy choice.
That's okay. Safety comes first and foremost.
How much do you think you'll lose by closing up tonight?
Oh, I mean, with the pace this has been going, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It'll be all right.
He'll gain it later from loyal customers.
He places 5 gold on the counter.
No.
Will this help?
It's that is your money. I should not be selling
But you didn't know, right?
these. I didn't, but
Can I make a
That's my load
perception
to
check
bear.
on the he didn't know, just to be
yeah,
safe?
absolutely.
Damn, 27.
27. No, he's being very genuine. And he's just you realize throughout all this, like, he means well, and he thought he was getting like a damn good deal, and he was really happy about it. And he's a little bit like, the sheepishness that you're seeing is like he's disappointed in himself too about the
Aw,
situation. If
bud.
this is like
Sure.
hearing this is true, so he's like, no, it's okay. I will likely close up shop for today, and if you are looking for a bao, we can you're welcome to hang around in the next few days if they show up.
Okay.
Sure.
And he'll like sweep the gold back into his bag. I'm taking this back under one condition and one condition only.
Yes.
If you or anyone that's related to you goes without a meal today, or without any sort of feeling good, and this money will help, you find me. Deal?
That is very sweet. Deal, but he kind of pats his belly, and he's like, we're doing just fine on that front, but I appreciate it. And who are you all again? Do you have a...
Yeah.
They call us the Outcasts.
Outcasts. All right. Well, thank you, Outcasts, for your assistance. I will go write a letter of apology to Zokon as well, and hope it's fine. All right.
tell him
And
as
then he
well.
kind of turns to like the rest of the crowd and is just like, I have been, and he starts just announcing like that he was just informed that there might be some things, and they're looking into it, and he's just not comfortable, and he's trying to show that loyalty and that genuine to the crowd, and there's like a lot of conversation and stuff, but eventually the crowd.
And Ark will also bullhorn one more time and wants to say something along the lines of like, as a highly educated crafter, conversant student, and future lore speaker, this person sells good things.
Excellent. And he gives you like an appreciative like acknowledgement.
And Ark looks at his mask.
And Hideki just says out loud, way to bring it back around, Ark.
Ignacio's like, so what's
If you're
the
wondering,
plan?
this is how things usually go.
Fascinating, but now what?
If we wait around, the person will show up.
Hopefully.
And while we're waiting, we could probably, if since the trail's gone cold on old frog legs, you never know what we can find. We just look around.
Yes, we should also maybe move away from the table so that Tal can rejoin us.
As the crowd like disperses, like Tal's like like you were hiding behind is what I'm imagining, like a lot of people, and now there's like so much less people to hide behind, and he's just like. Oh,
I like to imagine that Tal had kind of like made their way closer to where like the entrance of like the bazaar was, to kind of not knowing exactly how that was going to pan out, wanted to not be around just in case.
Yeah.
So it's probably is not hiding, is making themselves visible so that they can be found. But
Eventually, when you rejoin, if you're gonna be there, if you're gonna wait, and he recognizes it, and he's like, "Oh, okay," and he does. He's not upset, and he's like, he just connects the dots, and he's like, I get it now."
He gets it.
Yep,
he's a smart man.
He's a smart cookie.
So what we're gonna do, stepping back a little bit, is so the plan is basically you're going to keep watch, so to speak, of the stall until. Probably for the next few days until you see Abeo show up. Is that correct?
You're not going to class, dude.
Yeah, I'll probably like make a point to verbally ask like for if like just random passersby, have you seen this person? You know, that kind of stuff.
Sure. Yep.
Specifically, just to add some fuel to the fire there.
Okay, so eventually, because you managed to convince Bamadel to close or to stop the sales of that product, you also think that that'll help, like they'll show up faster potentially. So eventually, not the following day, but the day after that. So there is eventually it's hard, like 2 days of just hanging out at this market is rough sometimes. You do talk to people, you do go, I mean, it's interesting, and then you guys take shifts, and eventually like some go off, and like you keep yourselves entertained. Ignacio's being
I'll add one little tidbit. I know we're brevitying here. Hideaki would definitely take Ignacy to the bar if people were interested.
Okay. Ignacy, you notice, like, is there for business and talks politely and nicely with everybody in the waiting period, but like as evening hits and the bazaar closes up, he's not going to stay. Cool. He's going to go back.
Cool. Totally
but eventually you hear it Abeo from Bamadel, as you see an individual kind of from the opposite side of the market. We'll say this is one of the times where you're all here, and Hideaki, you recognize them. Longer hair, fair skin. Well, this person introduced themselves to you as Jaya.
Holy shit. Oh,
I recognize them too.
K. Yeah, you do.
Yes.
We gave this money.
But it happens so quickly because this recognition hits as Abeo Jaya is talking to Bamadel. What are you all doing?
I think loud.
You know this person?
I thought so.
Yeah. I think Tal will
keeping this like quiet.
I'm not.
Tal is going to.
I think Tal is intended to.
Yeah, Tal is leaning to Arafai to say, probably while Hideaki, almost right before Hideaki starts getting really loud, and is leaning over and saying, "That's the person Hideaki gave a lot of money to."
Oh.
What an episode for him, huh? Good lord.
GM weaving things together.
Love you for that. And yeah, as like I guess as the conversation happens, like it's like Abeo, huh?
This Abeo turns to see you and is just like, they look confused. Oh. Hello.
Do I get like recognition in their eyes at all?
Yeah, they recognize you. I mean,
Okay.
you shared a boat ride, a very awkward
When
boat
you
ride.
said when you said hello, like I wasn't sure if there was like a I don't know who the fuck you is kind of thing.
No, it was more of a confusion of like oh, you meet somebody you know out in like the grocery store, you know.
Got you. Okay,
Ah,
thank you for
yeah.
expressing the intent. Well, I was not expecting to see you today. How are things?
I wasn't planning on either. Things are fine. I'm sorry. I'm busy. I just have some work to do. But it was good seeing you.
Don't maybe we actually have some work together that we should probably talk about. Actually, do you have a second to look
What
over here?
is
Towel waves.
seeing like more people? You can see
Seraphi's gonna
they're
hang back, but not be far. Just so
Fair
that there's
enough.
no crowding.
you can tell that they're rather nervous, kind of like what.
Ark would like to cast invisibility sphere over him, Ignacy, and Erifa.
Oh well.
Okay.
Assuming
Interesting.
they're all hanging back.
Fair enough.
After this, like
After Tao like waves and Hideaki has already walked up.
okay, you sort of disappear, which is
I mean,
Okay, it's fine, it's
I
fine.
guess I don't know where we're standing. Like, Ark would not do
Yeah.
that in front of his view.
for sure. Okay, I got you. What is being said here?
So, I don't know if we talked about this, but Tal and I here are conversants at the Magaambya, and we're actually investigating some strange goings on in regards to these blue sort of regions. Am I saying that right?
Also, sorry about the last time that you saw us. That was a very strange time, and I'm sorry you had to be around for it.
And they turn and start booking it as they start like they're like nodding and like backing out. They're like,
Let's go.
I would like
and
to
they
chase.
turn.
How far are they from me?
So this is what we
Yeah.
get to do.
Chase.
Pathfinder has a chase subsystem, and we're going to
go.
play a chase scene.
Oh my
Okay.
god, we did this once and I made mistakes. Haha.
Race round two.
again.
I can do it better now. I learned how to do a proper chase.
Haha.
I
Love it.
take
So-
parts, so I don't remember.
Oh boy,
So
I was not expecting that. That was amazing.
That was very
yeah,
good.
they you can see them looking like overwhelmed as then you begin to like question, and then you begin to say that, and they just like, and you see so they were carrying like a satchel with like a massive like satchel of what you can assume is like a delivery of these things, and they as they turn and run, toss the whole thing up in the air. Powder just explodes outwards, and everything starts getting like really cloudy in here. So what the way we're gonna start this off is with, it's not exactly initiative, it's kind of initiative. They start running. They are moving forward. The way each thing is there's going to be obstacles in a chase.
Sure.
You have to overcome the obstacle amount of points you need to overcome it. Each of you have to do something. You can try to help each other, you can try to do, but each of you have to get through this obstacle. If somebody doesn't do something, it's going to be detrimental to it's going to take away a chase point. Okay?
Okay.
For each obstacle. So, powders go up in the air. Jaya is booking it.
Yep.
They started. Now it's your go. You can go at any point. Each of you can go once. You don't have to stay in any particular order. But what do you all?
No, I'm just kidding.
Seraphi was kind of ready for this person to run, just based on it.
Yeah.
How far away are they from her?
They are absolutely beginning to book it, but they start making it out of there, so they're gonna be more than 30 feet away.
Okay.
And though right now the obstacle that you're dealing with is the vision, like
Oh, okay.
there's powder everywhere, and it is like
So I can't see them.
it's obscuring vision. Yes, it's making a huge mess, and it's very difficult to navigate. I like this music.
It's really good.
Arc will go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Go for it.
There's a lot of this powder in the air, and you know that that's not good.
Arc has
Oh,
no way
yeah.
to deal with the powder. He is literally going to be sprinting after this person just to keep up, hopefully sprinting through the powder. And he is going to activate his nanites, into which like his lines, the lines on his body begin glowing a little. And he'll have a +1 on any skill check he makes.
Okay. If you're going to try to get through the powder and over like things that you can't really see right now, it's like a giant cloud. It'll be an athletics check.
Sure. I don't like it. Let's not do athletics.
Too bad.
20.
Ooh, okay, that is exactly the DC you
Let's
needed
go
to
with
hit.
a +1 from the nanites.
So that is, you have now 1 chase point. Help me keep tabs here. This is 1 for this
Yep.
obstacle.
So he,
Arc alone is booking it.
so he sprints through the powder.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, do you want? You can go first. Go for it.
Yeah, because I, before knowing this was chasing, said that I was also in pursuit. However, I have a scroll, and as
you.
this gets pulled into the air, I want to use this scroll of Fleet Step to give me a 30-foot status bonus
Holy
to my
shit.
speed for
Hell yeah.
a minute.
Yeah. So that is what you're doing. How does that help
Yes.
overcome? So it's a little funky, Dory, because we're not exactly
Right.
doing like 3 actions here. This
Yes.
is like, what are you doing to tackle the obstacle to move forward past this obstacle? So
Yes.
you can
So
have the fleet step, but now what are you doing for the obstacle?
I'm going to, instead of going through, I want to go up. I want to use to climb up over this issue, to try to either guide the rest of the outcasts here, to kind of like act like eyes as best
Get a
as I
view.
can. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Let's
also to get
make-
an eye of wherever this person might be going.
Yeah. Make me an acrobatics check to get out of the cloud of the powder.
Not the piano. All right.
Right? It's really good. It's very good. That is 22.
All right, that's a success. So that's another 1 point. Hideaki Arafe,
Yeah.
how are you getting through the powder?
Wow. It's so much happening at the same time. I think immediately on like taking off, like while it's in the air before like the powder happens, he'll go to yell and then cast message on oh my god, what's their new name now?
Abeo or Jaya.
Yeah, Abeo Jaya. And I just,
But we don't have sight.
you
though.
You can't
Oh,
see
that's right.
them.
That's right. We
You
just
are
said that. We just
obscured.
talked about that. You're right. Never mind. I forgot. We talked about this.
You're good.
In that case, Chal, are you right next to me at all?
I am up.
You are up.
They climbed up the side of like a building.
Okay. I'm gonna take a bit of a risk. This might be really dumb. Shades of the beginning of this campaign. He's just like, seriously? And he begins to spin around. He's gonna cast Gale Blast.
Ooh, to try to clear the thing.
Correct.
Brilliant.
Somebody with elemental magic. Let's go.
I like this. Okay. I forget how this goes when it comes to like creative outside solutions to things that are not exactly a check.
Wait, I'll tell you.
Sure.
Usually creative solutions, things that are not a check, will give bonuses and or minuses to the check. And or if it's so creative, you can just
Let it happen. Let it the obstacle.
like my thought process would be like let Hideaki have a success and then it gives the bonus to Arafe too if it's like perfect, you know? Like
Yeah, and all of y'all are kind of acting at once. So I will say this: you absolutely, you do this. The powder gets sent away from y'all. There's a lot of fine powder here. It's not going to disappear, but it's going to lift it up to give you like a window. And so I'm going to automatically let that be a success that will aid Arafe.
Got it.
So that's 3. And then Arafe, how are you getting out of here?
Okay, so I still don't have line of sight though for this round, correct?
Correct.
Because we're doing this all at the same time. Okay, I have nothing that helps here, so I have to pull an arc and just run. Like
Yeah, that's totally
I
fine.
literally have nothing.
No, and you can do like you see the air like get pushed away with the stuff, and you can try to like skirt under before it settles back down.
Yeah.
So make me either an athletics or acrobatics to try to
God
just
for
avoid.
acrobatics.
Yeah,
It's a 2 or a 10, so you know. That'll be a 25.
25.
Acrobatics.
Beautiful success. So that is 4 successful. That's 4 points. You all get through the powder obstacle, no issue. As you run past it, you see Jaya or Abeo push into and start weaving through the crowd. You're losing line of sight immediately, but you are basically beginning to deal with a bunch of other innocent individuals here that are getting caught up in this as Jaya is booking it through this bustling market. So what are you all doing? There is now basically you just have to get through the crowd, and I will let you do that with, again, athletics or acrobatics or anything creative.
I am going to try and do something that will give everyone maybe a bonus, maybe.
Sure.
I'm going to use my animal staff to summon an eagle.
Oh,
To
shit.
follow them through the crowd.
Oh.
Hell
So that
yeah.
we have
so
an
you have a
above-
tracker that helps you
tracker
give that
above.
direction.
That's cool.
That's awesome. So I
Sick.
will allow that to be a aid to everybody else's at
So
this
she
point.
slides through, pulls out her staff, and just an eagle just pops out.
I love
out.
that. Okay. Tal on the rooftop. Well, not quite on the. You got like up on some crates and like started to jump forward on some
Yeah.
things. Like I won't. You don't have to be on rooftops. You're here. You can jump
Okay,
back
but what
down
if I
really
was?
easily. You want to keep going and
Yeah.
avoiding the crowd that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Make me another acrobatics.
Listen, I'm much more comfortable way up here than I am in crowds.
That's fair.
Mhm.
Way super good. Numbers and math and stuff. 31. There it is.
31. Critical success. Easy enough. You are
Yeah.
avoiding things. So that is going to be another aid to everybody else. So that is 2 points already of success. So you kind of made up for a lack of a point necessarily from Arafe, yet also the boon. So you already have 2 points for this arc, Hideaki.
Question.
Oh, actually, can I?
Yeah, go
do
for it,
one,
Tom.
Can I do one other thing? If I'm, I know this is we don't quite have like action mechanics, but I want, if I can, to cast Loose Time's Arrow on everyone within the bunch of us who's within 30 feet, including Ignacy, if Ignacy's here, because I can do it up to 6 creatures.
Yeah, Ignacy is giving chase as well. I'm just
Okay.
we're
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
they're
okay.
staying up.
You're busy.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you're fine. So being at this higher vantage point and being able to see like all of my friends,
I'm going to say you are using a lot, like you are climbing over things and trying to catch up on things. So if you want to
Right.
stay caught up, then you're not going to have time to do that. You're basically all 3 actions to run. If you want to
okay,
lag
but
behind,
I have an extra 30 feet of movement because I cast a scroll.
yeah. It's more that I'm trying to have this be like one thing for everybody,
I
and
getcha.
so that we can move
Okay.
quickly.
Okay.
Go ahead.
It was just I wanted to do Loose Time's Arrow to give everybody extra step and stride,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
make them faster, but that's fine.
Roger that. How far away is Jaya now?
They're pushing through the market. They're probably getting a ways ahead, you see them turning into like an alleyway.
Shit. Okay. That definitely changes things. Okay. I got some changes to make. Ark, why don't you go first?
Okay. Seeing a large crowd, hoping that there is some way, scaffolding or something, Ark is going to dig his halberd blade first into the ground and use it to kind of pole vault and wall run.
Jesus.
Wild.
Over as much of the crowd as he can, and if he can get up to his scaffolding, he will. Basically, my hopes are to use acrobatics.
Okay, do it.
And I have 2 aids, you said?
Yes. A nat 20 and an 80.
So 32.
Nice.
Crit success. Throughout all of this, the crowd is moving, like seeing some of this action from either side. You see a catfolk on one side, somebody leaping over the other, and they start kind of like you basically are carving the way for everybody who's not going up against things. Every time you land, you're giving a space for Airfey and Ignacy to kind of catch up. So with all of that, you are managing to get through the crowd. But Jaya has turned into an alleyway. You all, because of the bird, see that dive turn. Oh, did you not do something in the end?
Me, no. Not yet.
Okay, but there was no, because crit success for you've passed this
We've
obstacle.
hit the thing? Okay.
But that
Fair
means that you have a chance now to do something with the fact that they just turned down an alleyway. So you could be the.
But they're
you have a
still
bonus
further than 30 feet away, I assume?
Yes, they're
Okay, cool.
ways ahead. They've booked it through.
In that case, I've never tried this before, but fuck! And he's gonna cast Warp Step on himself. And he, beneath his feet, like, there's, like, almost like the cobblestone, if that's what it is. We'll just say, for the sake of it's a city, whatever. Like, it's like he's, like, walking on water for a second, and then he, like, nearly, like, just tries to run way faster, like Sonic. So I gained a plus 5 feet to status bonus to my speed until the end of my turn, and then I stride twice.
Yeah. I want to. Okay, because there's a couple of this, like,
Yeah.
speed is good and
Yes.
you're doing it. The obstacles
Yep.
are not speed. You're giving chase and you're doing
Yep.
everything you can to catch up.
Yep.
And you can do this, and
Yeah.
that's what gets you ahead of everybody. That'll give us an auto like aid in this situation, but I'm still gonna need a roll to overcome the obstacle. So as you hit
The obstacle being the crowd, correct?
No, so now we're moving to the next one because
Oh,
there's some
you haven't done it
twisting
yet. Sorry.
alleyways. Jaya, no, that's okay. Jaya turned into this alleyway.
Sure.
There's a tight, dense alleyways that are filled with objects that are easy. If you're trying to book it through, they're going to trip you. They're going to confuse people pushing through. Like, it's a mess in here. So now, tight quarters, a lot of obstacles. You close the distance well with that spell. What do you want to do? You trying to just avoid it with acrobatics or athletics? Or are you bashing your way through? What do you want to do?
I'm not great at acrobatics or athletics, but I'm really good at yelling. Everybody get the fuck out of the way! Get the fuck out of the way!
Okay. All right. Make me a diplomacy.
Yeah. Can it be intimidation? If that's cool?
Yeah.
That'd be cool?
Yeah. That for sure. I love this.
I'm a hero point. Because I don't think well, actually I forgot. Because I guess that's not new, but like 19 probably wouldn't do it.
Waffles, are you sure that's the rule?
I'm fairly
That's new to
certain.
me.
We've always played it differently, but
Yeah.
I'll go look it up if you want me to make sure.
Yeah. I'll
Sure.
Also, I'm pretty sure she told us earlier it was 20 that we have to hit to get there. So.
That's also very
No,
true.
different DCs.
Okay.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, earlier, based on the information we got, it was 20, so maybe
Yeah.
that's also somewhat similar to something like that.
I got myself. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I do not have time for that.
Oh, so you want to go with that?
Nah, I'm a hero point.
Okay.
Yeah, it's much better. 26.
Okay. your voice echoes throughout this space, and it precedes you, making the path smoother for everybody. So we're gonna say that's a +1 point. Your bird is still tracking, but now in these alleyways, like, it's gonna be either hard to see the bird, or if the bird is within the thing, you don't always see the bird. So we're gonna phase that out. Yes, Waffles.
Rule-wise, Paizo's official streams unanimously use it as roll, see result, re-roll if it sucked. And the rule of Hero Point itself says, quote, re-roll a check. And to re-roll a check,
That's what
you
it says.
must know if it succeeded or failed.
I
Interesting.
gotcha. Okay, well,
I mean,
I will sit on that and-
you can make different decisions as a GM.
I like as so far how we've done it,
Wait, 'cause
but I'll
'cause-
sit on it
Yeah,
later.
'cause we get a lot of Hero Points. So.
We're moving forward.
Yeah.
So,
Keep going.
bird is going to be just out of the question right now. You can continue to do something with it if you want to, like, but basically I'm nullifying the previous advantage. What else is happening?
If Tal will allow me, I think Airfay will run up as close as she can to the alleyway, and knowing that Tal is nimble, quick, and able to climb, kind of give you the like hand basket movement, so I can help throw you up onto the roof, so that you can follow from above.
I think I'm already on the roofs. Am I?
Oh,
Or was I just for that?
You were for that portion. The thing is,
Okay,
that
okay.
there's like this busy market, and they
Gotcha.
turned into these side alleyways, and they're over there now. So
Okay.
you can
so-
get back
then
up
yes.
over there. You can do
Then
all
yes.
sorts of stuff.
Yes, then I absolutely will take you up on that.
okay. Then I'm gonna be prepared to alley-oop Tal up onto the roof.
Over
Toss
obstacles,
me.
onto roofs. Brilliant. So you're going to once again aid in this
Yes.
regard.
Yes.
Toss me!
Because I have jack shit to help in any of this.
You know what? I'm
Oh,
going to
this-
make this a check for you, though. So give it to me as athletics or acrobatics.
I'll do
Tally you.
acrobatics. Tally
Tally
you. Yeah.
Golly, you. That's a shirt
That
for
needs to
sure.
be something.
A hundo
That's gotta
fee.
be something.
24.
24. Amazing.
Nice.
That is going to be a success. So that's another chase point. They're kind of making sure that we are avoiding some of these traps and not traps. Oh my God, words.
Obstacles?
Yep.
Barriers?
Yep.
Those are all words.
All of the above.
Obstatraps.
Obstination.
Traps. That's a good
Trapticles.
one.
Arc and
Tracticles.
Tell what's happening
great.
now is
I'm running. I'm running to my friends.
yes. So
And I want
we
to be
have a
thrown.
couple things. We need to find. You need to keep track of Jaya in this as
Yep.
well.
Certainly.
If anybody wants to help like in that regard. We also have I mean, if people know the neighborhood and know like where things go and where things pour out, you can do a form of society to try to like cut shortcuts and like do all of like I'm just giving options.
Okay, so I don't want to. Here's Waffles. I'm here with you. What
What
would
up?
you be? Thinking along that lines, which thank you for the reminder. Tal, I think would be pretty familiar with these streets because they are used to taking in a lot of like street information pretty quickly. So I think would try to find a shortcut to try to generally figure out where they're going.
Okay.
But would motion to Ark to take advantage of what Airfay is doing to get yeeted.
Is Ark a willing creature? I've been waiting
Is
to say
Ark
that
a
for 2
willing
years.
creature?
I've been waiting to say that for 2 years.
Because if Ark is not cool going that way, I will get yeeted and Ark can do whatever they want.
All right, hear me out.
I'm hearing. This is why I'm here
GM.
with you.
This
Yes.
would be a spur of the moment thing. Can Art get yeeted to yeet Tao?
Double you.
Yeet special.
So airfare on the ground, giving somebody a leg up onto a building gets you the leg up, and then what are you doing?
And Ark would walk. My thought is Ark would wall, like get yeeted by air.
Slingshot.
Wall jump, like foot on the wall, press off. He would lean up his halberd, stick side first, and then Tao would grab onto it, and he would yeet Tal?
Forward. Not onto
Hush!
the roof,
No,
but like
towards the person.
okay.
Like
I wanna say yes.
ideally, Tal just tackles this person. That's Ark's.
That would be so
That's
rad.
Ark's
That would be
idea.
rad.
Twisting
Fucking
alleyways. They are
falcon
not
kick.
right in front of you. They've gone left, and you're going down the. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like
I hear you. Okay, I understand.
you're hot on their heels at this point because you have multiple successes and some crit successes. So I will say you're closing the gap, and they are like
Then can
getting real
then
close,
can
but you keep
Ark
losing line of sight.
Can Ark get yeeted in front of Tal on the roofs?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Tal's on the ground right now.
Oh, Tal's on the ground now? I
Yes.
thought Tal was still on the roof. My bad.
Airface yeeting Tal up to the roof.
Right.
My bad.
I'm yeeting someone. Someone's getting yeeted.
Someone's getting
This is
yeeted.
the pros and cons of theater of the mind.
Yeah.
It's all good. doing good.
Then I will go with Tal's suggestion. I think that's the best suggestion if none of this works, for sure.
Okay.
So give me
I will-
acrobatics or athletics.
Me?
You're getting yeeted up to the rooftop.
Get yeeted, son.
Yeet.
Wake up.
Yeet fam.
Get yeet.
I'm gonna. Should I hero point? It's a natural 7. I mean that
Yeah.
I get
Surely
an,
they won't die.
I get
Go
an
for it.
8, so it's a success. But will I roll worse than a natural 7? That's the question mark, right? Like
I mean, there
mean,
are
it-
6 numbers worse than 7.
Indeed.
there are
A
but
lot of
there are-
numbers
but there
higher.
are there are 13 numbers higher than 7.
I didn't want to say it because I was
I'm-
like, I might be my math wrong.
I'm
There's
hero
more than
pointing.
that.
Let's go.
she.
Look at you go.
Ark has to do
Because
the
Ark
best.
won't. Ark can't die. So
Yeah.
Ark
why
has
would you
to
need
do
hero
the
points?
best.
He has to.
Uh
All right, worse.
huh. Awesome.
Natural
Statistically,
3
4
for a
points.
14. So if I have
I
one 8,
still
it's a
think it was
16.
the
If I have
right.
2 8s, it's an 18.
Okay.
Dang.
That's a fail. So that is.
You're a fail. No, I'm just kidding.
Haven't we doing +2s for aid? Because it feels
Yeah,
better?
but it would be 16.
So
It's not enough.
It's not
Yeah,
enough.
yeah, yeah.
I rolled one.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
should have
yeah.
kept.
I'm just
but
asking.
This
It's
is
fine.
art right here. So.
So
It's all
you basically go to get yeeted by Arafan. Maybe Arafan was expecting Tal, and there's like a little bit of like this
You are a
this
lot
stumble.
bigger than I
weight
am.
difference.
Yeah.
No shade.
There
but there's
is.
a weight
Airface
difference
used
between
to
you
Yeah,
two.
yeah, yeah. Expectations versus reality.
One
Yeah,
has
yeah,
like
yeah.
metal imbued in them.
Right. And glowing.
One's a cat.
Also, that.
So you do manage to like get up, but not on the rooftop. Like you get like you end up like grabbing to the top of the rooftop, but then instead of like getting yourself up there, the box like the footing that you had like from this leverage gets like tumbled down or something like that. So it's gonna be a fail. That's just -1 chase point. So we're at 1, 2.
Yeah, we didn't do good this time.
Okay,
Yeah. So these alleyways are
A little tricky.
Tal.
Yes.
Are you keeping track of where Jaya's going?
That's what I'm trying to do because I'm trying to, as best I can, remember this part of the city and try to think if I go, this way, am I actually going to end up roughly where they might be going? I'm trying to cut them off, essentially.
Yeah,
Or
absolutely. So give me a if you want to remember, I'll let you do society.
okay.
If you want to like keep track of them, you could do perception.
Okay. I'm going to do perception.
Okay.
Just this chase music is bumping.
Really,
It really
truthfully.
is. I am going to hero point that.
Now's the time.
I rolled one worse. 13.
Fate has something to say. Ooh. Okay, that is a failure.
Jaya's getting away.
Dude. Oh no.
You make a right, saying, okay, this pours out, and you hit a dead end. And Ark from like trying to get up on the rooftops like followed you because they, in their attempts to get up, lost immediate sight of Jaya, and this slows everybody down. So we have not hit it at this point. Jaya has ran out of this area, and Ignacy, hot on all of your heels, you guys are like panting in the middle of this tight alleyway. You don't know where they went.
Bitch.
What are you doing? And I will say one thing. Actually, Tal and Hideaki, make... If you wanted to remember something, what role would you say that is? Society?
Are you asking everyone or just them?
Occultism.
Sure.
I feel like Arcana is great. No.
It
like
would likely be a society
Oh, wait!
or an ability check.
But what if I remembered something
I'm-
before
I'm-
finding it?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
The
let me go
last
first.
time we saw them, they said they were
Uh-huh.
headed to the outer ring, roughly northish.
Yep.
That's what I remember.
That sounds like a
Now,
plus
if
16. on the
Tal
next roll.
remembers something that I have forgotten to write down,
No, I will
roll
let you
for
have it. Heck yeah, for ding notes.
literally wrote down headed far north,
Yeah.
outer ring. Hideaki gave them 50 gold.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Tal, like stuck, frustrated. You get this dead end of this alleyway, and you're like, oh crap! And then you all kind of gather quickly and like still like, okay, where do we go? Tal, you remember they
North.
were
We got
they
to go
they were
north.
north of the city, northeast, and you look at where you are and where you ran, and you are headed in that direction vaguely. You don't know where they are, but you can try to go in that direction.
So has the eagle lost them as well?
Make me a perception check for the eagle. Oh boy. Okay, hold on.
If this was D&D,
Wait.
Eagles have advantage on perception, so
I mean, so give them a plus 25.
No.
Eagle perception. Let me. Eagle's a top.
they probably just have like a plus
Plus
a
six.
plus
bestiary
29.
information.
Yeah, definitely.
Perception.
Where is
There it is.
perception
Low
for the
light
Eagles?
vision, and it's a plus 6.
That's not
18,
Okay.
which I assume is a failure.
Yeah, it is unfortunately. At some point, they like go above the alleyway to try to like get it, and by the time they cross over this like bridge or something, they don't see Jaya out on the other side.
Jesus, the fucking guitar.
What a dumb
Base.
Jesus. Like, so, how do you say this out loud?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, cool. And like mid talk, lack of cardio. Yeah, because like remember when we dropped them off and stuff like that, right? So yeah, let's
Right,
go.
let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. And
So you all like jog out of this. You were at a dead sprint, trying to catch up with Jaya.
Totally.
At this point, you are still running, but you're like jogging a bit and like, okay, let's like pace ourselves as we go looking north. So you emerge from these twisting alleyways and are looking around. You have reached a busy kind of canal point, crossing point, like where the bridge and where there's also, if you go down to some of the docking areas, and you're kind of looking around, you're like, okay, we need to go northeast here. And so you go across the bridge to get to the outer ring because you are at least confident about that. It's the outer ring. And you go and you start heading in that direction. At this point, you are not following Jaya as much as you are trying to keep eyes out for them and hope to like catch up and find them. So everybody make me a perception check.
Yep.
Including Ignacy. I get to roll.
I'm not good at these.
Use a
Well.
hero point because I'm not doing a 1.
Yarp. 21 for Hideaki.
I have a question. I have 2 questions actually. One, can Nim also make a perception check?
Sure.
Okay. Second, can I add my sharp-eared cat plus 2 circumstance bonus? It's specifically within 30 feet. that are undetected creatures 30 feet that I use a seek action to try to find. Because if I do and I successfully hear them, I can point them out to other people.
I will say this: don't add the circumstance bonus, but
Okay.
you will, if you find them, your ears will still do that.
Got
thing.
it. Okay, great.
I rolled a 24.
Okay,
Natural 20 for a 29.
Let's
Hell
go.
yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
love it, love it, love it.
Nim got a 23. I got 26.
Jeez.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Tal and Arafe, you are going through. What did you get, Hideaki?
21.
21.
21. Okay.
DC
So yes,
25.
Tal and Arafe, you are the crowd of you. Technically, you're 5 people here with some add-ons with the ferret and etc. And you are jogging through this space, kind of like everybody ducking into like right, left alleyways, being like any sight, no. And you guys are kind of almost like fanning out and doing this. And you get to this point where you see these, like kind of up ahead of you is a like a community garden almost, if you will, like has this big like fence, and like it's not out in the open, it's not a public park, it's almost like a botanical garden style thing where there's like this gated entrance but it's open to the public. It's one of those things that's tucked away, and you're headed in that direction, and as you go there, you swear you see a flash of movement in the alleyway across the way from that, and you stop and look. I mean, Arafe sees it probably moments before Tal does, as Tal's ears go in that direction. You all can notice this like attention thanks to Tal's ears as well, and all kind of turn to look. You see there's nothing there for a second. You didn't. What? There was definitely movement there. You going to go look?
Hell yeah.
You go to investigate, and you all kind of jog up to the entry of this alleyway, and suddenly, from the darkness, like something separates from it. 2 figures, 3, 4,
shit.
5.
Oh,
As
shit.
glinting in the light, you see the blue skin and the shape of a frog-like individual,
Uh-oh.
Oh.
and then another,
Oh, cool.
and then some more humanoid shapes from behind.
It's frog-like cousins.
Daggers
Maybe not.
drawn as they begin to approach on you. Ignacy, looking around, clocking this, immediately calls to you all, in here, away from the crowds, and books it towards the gardens to give you all some space from the crowds. And that's just because I have a pretty map that we're going to use. And that is where we're going to end tonight.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Let's fight some froggies. Let's go.
Yikes!